Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a sensational Saturday night. We're back at it and ready to go. We have a little bit of collision whenever it starts. Rampage to follow. Lots to talk about, lots to get into, including things that are happening in the NFL draft. But AEW's all the buzz, and for better or for worse, I believe. But nonetheless, folks, strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream. It's a Saturday night. You know the Saturday streams are always cooking. So thank you for being here. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend. Take this link. Let's see if we can get 100 people here tonight. We have AEW Collision. We have AEW Rampage. And then we got all the other stuff that we want to talk about. Supplemental drafts, a new title, mister. There's a new title on the scene. We'll talk about it. So much to get into. Thank you for making us a part of your weekend. I will remind everybody out there, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. And that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and they're playing basketball.
Yes, we are a little delayed starting tonight. We were
halfway backstage shooting the shit and just realized, oh, we should probably just do this and hit
we
live.
should just turn on the cameras if we're going to sit here and hang out.
Right, but AEW is also a little preempted by the NBA here, especially in good old Canada where KJ's at. So, it might be a little touch and go.
Touch and go, yeah. No, as it stands right now, I'm how much time is left in this game?
I don't know. We still just entered. So allegedly, for those
allegedly.
Collision is supposed to start at 8:30 because of the NBA playoffs. Yes. But like about 8 o'clock, we were entering the fourth quarter. So do with that information what you will.
Yeah, the Celtics have a pretty good lead, so I'm hoping that maintains so we don't have to sit here and watch, 44 fucking foul throws. Excuse my language, it's early. But what are we waiting for? We're waiting for you, Richard. We couldn't start without you, buddy.
Right.
Come on. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. Lots going on in the wrestling world. We're going to get into all of it. I will take a minute to remind everybody, again, hit all the buttons, be a part of the family. Tomorrow afternoon, we are going live, members only. We're going to do a live Q&A with your favorite hosts, and we're going to dive into whatever, anything and everything, uncensored, unscripted, unplanned, unorganized, on all the things. But yeah, we're looking forward to it, Nick. Members only.
Yeah, it's our first time doing a members only stream. So, and everything, we're kind of just testing everything out, really getting the gauge on the fan base here. And absolutely, we can actually talk things about not wrestling, which I know we tend to dip away from and everything with that. But yeah, we can dive into, of the poutine out there in Canada and everything. This man's already sending me pictures of, just by the way, of here's what a poutine shop menu looks like.
Yeah, here's the menu of 45 different versions of entire meals poured on top of fries, gravy, and cheese.
That's why you got universal health care, because you fucking need it with poutine.
You fucking need it. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that's it. So if you're not a member, become a member. We got more perks as well. Of course, you get the emojis and you get your badges, and we're going to bring more to the members as well. We also working on some interviews coming your way, and we got all the live streams. We're going to be back at it on Monday for Raw all the way through night 2 of the draft, Nick. I guess we can talk about this to kind of kick off the show, and we will say hi to the chat. Get in there, fill it up. Let's go. But
right.
We had some more draft picks.
Yes. Well, first question, and I will ask you and I will ask the audience and everything. How did you feel about night 1 of the draft? Was it the draft especially? Was it bland? It was allegedly intentional, that way of keeping familiarity I can say words across brands. But I did really like what they did with NXT of making it seem like that was like their green room of literally, you have the whole roster out there watching this with bated breath. But how did you feel about night one?
The NXT side of things I thought was cool. I thought the Legends coming back was a nice touch. I thought it was fun. You know, we had that wicked. One of my favorite things of last night was that Teddy Long moment with Aldis of like, you know, hold on, player. We're gonna have a tag team.
Oh, right.
So, I mean, there was good things about it. I think it was a little bit lackluster. Like, I feel like it lacked a holy shit moment. Like, oh wow, like Bianca going first, big surprise, nice touch. You know, Jay, understand. Like, I get why the picks were kind of done the way they were, but it just felt like it lacked some pop. Like, it felt
when
like
your biggest move is Braun Breaker going to Monday Night Raw, I think that kind of says something respectfully of that's not a huge move. And did the pools hurt? You know, having those pools being there hurt.
Yeah, in a sense. Did I just lose your audio? Hello?
Hi.
Okay. I think you just trailed off of me.
That's the weird thing at times that I do to where I stop talking.
But yeah, no, we definitely have you know, a decent night one. It was a good show. Like I said last night, it was solid from start to finish. Nothing overly like this sucks, but nothing great. And maybe we've been spoiled for so long. We've been on such a hot run that, you know, we just kind of wanted more. I wanted a little more pop and circumstance.
The in-ring, I think, out-delivered the draft picks and everything. You got your cool pops because you got, you know, Bubba Ray and Devon. You got the Dudley boys out there. Easy dub. We saw Michelle McCool, everything. But the draft picks felt more like get back of like playing defense mode of like, I'm going to make sure this person stays here versus they go elsewhere, which I understand that they had explained that initially in the draft, but it felt like that takes away from the what compels you, what interests you in a draft is who's going to go somewhere versus who stays there.
Yeah, and I think that Triple H came out last night because I think, again, I can't help but point out how intelligent this guy seems to be across the board. And I know fans loved, you know, they let go of, you know, Jinder Mahal. Way to go, Triple H. The man's very smart. He knows what he's up to. And part of his little preamble before the draft, I mean, he knows the fan base well enough of like, hey, people, you're not going to like some of this shit, but we're doing it on purpose. Playing tight. Like, that's what it felt like to me by the end of the night of like, remember, it's a lot about protecting what you have.
Yes and no. Like, I'll give him credit for that, but at the same time, could you have not had people switch and you don't need to announce that? It's one of those of it felt a little like TK announcing we're going to have some overrun here on the show and everything like that. Of you're giving away what's going to happen before it happens.
Yeah, no, not fully for me, because I think again, it's reading the room. It's being like, all right, listen, we're gonna pick a lot of, you know, a lot of people are gonna stay in the same place. So
if Braun Breaker was the first pick to Raw or whatever, just going off of the top of what picks they actually made and everything like that. But you never get the Bianca pick going to SmackDown or anything, or she stays on SmackDown. I'm not like, oh my God, I can't believe so-and-so didn't pick, you know, so-and-so or whatever. Like, I feel like you could just forgive a lot of the, you know, certain people stay on certain brands type of thing versus having those big moments of you get the one or two big shifts. I think is a better payoff than establishing everybody stays the same. Yeah, I got that. Yeah,
I think you asked like 3 questions in there.
Fair enough. I tried.
No. Again, I think that for me, it was just kind of preparing people. Like, I know you guys are all waiting for some big shit, but like again, did it take away or hurt it in any shape? Nah, because we were going to get what we were going to get anyway. So I found it very interesting. And again, fair enough. Both GMs, like if you had a complete free agent, you know, mix up in one of the major sports, you would imagine GMs would try and lock up some of the guys they're familiar with or that you know currently.
Fair. I mean, if you had a fantasy draft, you're going to sign the guy who you've already had on your team.
Yeah.
Well, we can get into the extra picks that they announced after the
Just
draft on social media.
a
Go ahead.
quick update. We are down to 3.5 minutes left in the Boston Celtics Miami game. Boston handily ahead 102-79. So that looks like it's going to be kicking off. We're going to go through the supplemental picks from the draft, and then we'll get to
Well,
this chat.
I was just saying, speaking of not supplemental picks, Trey, what up? Gringo, what up? Boston. I'll just start rattling off names here real quick. But yeah, but is it interesting that part of a story gets paid off on supplemental social media picks here, spoiler alert, than it did on TV?
No, not necessarily, especially when you only have so much TV time to fit everything else in. I think that they're doing a good job of making their social media important. They're watching those analytics. We just saw a new speed champion. If you guys don't know, congratulations to Rick
Gotta go
O'Shea,
fast.
right? That's correct, right? He won the belt. I saw a picture of him wearing
Yeah, man's out here looking like it's like the fucking fast lane championship.
Just his speed on
Lightning McQueen of literally just he goes full
right?
throttle. Pause.
Can somebody get me a picture of Keanu Reeves wearing the speed title?
While driving the bus in speed.
I'm an FBI agent.
I don't think anyone was looking for big sugar honey iced tea.
Yeah.
But a big name or two moving brands would make sense, right? That's the thing is I was hoping for more of you'd have that and you just expect like, well, if you didn't get drafted to the other side, then you're where you're at.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, I think what they're doing is whoever doesn't get picked is free to be picked. But yeah, I mean, I think it just lacked a little sizzle. I think it just lacked a little heat. It was good, not great, and that's fine. We got night 2, and we got the supplemental picks, and then we're gonna have free agents. Where's Roman gonna go? Rhea's not in the draft. Jimmy wasn't in the draft. Like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Right. But so as far as supplemental picks, we had SmackDown drafts, the OC, which was Gallows and Anderson and Miriam. I don't want to call it that. Miriam. They also SmackDown drafted Baron Corbin, which I think is the biggest talking point out of these supplemental picks.
I like it.
They split up the Wolf Dogs.
Yeah, they split it. Didn't Braun go to Raw?
Yeah, so like I said, they split up the Wolf Dogs.
Oh,
one's on Raw, one's on SmackDown.
I thought they both went to Raw. My bad. I thought they were together.
No, yeah, so one's on SmackDown. Corbin's on SmackDown. Braun's on Raw.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, that sucks. But they've been building Braun as a single, so I get it. But I'm a little bummed.
Does he halfway get lost though in the shuffle? Like I know a lot of people like this because they've liked Baron Corbin of recent and everything.
Yeah,
I think Baron Corbin's been really great in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
But he was also much higher on the card and much less sharks in the tank on NXT versus you go to SmackDown. I would hope great things, but I worry he gets back to like, happy Corbin and shit.
Oh, Corbin in the sense that, yeah, I'm curious, like, does he stay kind of this piratey, I have a big house gimmick but I come out with pirate ship graphics. I mean, again, if they have a plan, I have a lot of faith in Triple H. I have a lot of faith with Triple H with most of the NXT talent. He's got a couple duds out there that he's still trying to fix or reinvigorate, but I'm curious with him. Now, Braun, blue chipper, I'm pretty excited to see what they do with him. I think he fits real nice in that IC division.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I think Corbin at this stage, I mean, he's a vet, and they got to figure something out with him.
Corbin's going to be interesting because he's probably going to be around that U.S. title scene, which is already kind of, for lack of a better term, douche heavy. So if you're going to add another, douche into that, it might be interesting. And I don't know if he can get over on the main roster that like what he had in the NXT of like, I'm that dorky heel, like I'm a heel, but you cheer for me because I'm a babyface because I'm kind of a dork.
I'm a bit of a goof.
Yeah.
I get you. I get you for sure. Who else went in the picks? And then we'll say
so also Cedric Alexander and Ashante the Adonis. What's left I guess I'm assuming, of Hit Row goes to SmackDown. Cedric Alexander, who took the under 10-second, finisher to Braun Breaker.
He got smoked. Curious. I mean, again, not a whole bunch of needle moving there, but I'm curious.
And then Raw got Shayna Baszler, Zoe Starks, Ivar, and Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. So KJ's over the moon already about the back half of the Monday Night Raw draft.
Yeah.
They got the Chunky Ivar and the Scottish Lasses. So
two names that I picked in our fantasy draft that or mock draft, whatever you want to call it. But I was super excited to see these two picked. I want to see them utilized. I want to see how they're going to be utilized. I like them both. I like them a lot. And I would really like to see them do more than they've been doing for sure.
Is it interesting that Ivar went to Raw versus NXT when we saw him just recently pop up there going at Obi family? Yeah. So that is a bit interesting. I mean, Bronson Reed versus Ivar again. Give me your big beefy boys slapping meat and everything. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm really curious, and I'm actually a little bit curious of where Eric's at with his recovery as well, and are they kind of foreseeing that? I don't know, but definitely will be interesting as far as Ivar. I mean, again, he's been pretty good. He's a pretty solid guy, puts a lot of people over, so we'll see.
Right. But TJ becoming a member for 10 months saying the predictions title looks better than the speed title. I know I don't like my titles, but that's a swing and a miss, my guy.
It just swing and a miss. It looks like a social media title. It looks like it's for the kids.
Yeah, literally. They're selling that in a fucking gift shop at fucking Universal or Disneyland or something.
Absolutely. Any other names on the list, sir?
No, that was it. Well, we didn't talk too much also about you picked Alba Fire and Isla Dawn in our kind of mock draft, and you're a big fan of the Scottish Lashes, and finally that they actually are getting acknowledged like as a tag team and getting really kind of put up there.
The Unholy Union. I think they should just join the Final Testament. Like, really, we'll just
Final Testament's out there just with random acts of violence now,
right?
That's their theme song just now is to be disrespect, you're surrounded.
Listen, it was one of my absolute favorite Karrion Kross moments we've had in a long time. I actually legitimately believed him last night. Like, oh, okay, this works for me. It was not one of these like shadowy poetic promos. It was to the point. We're good.
I'm going to ask this, and I'm going to ask this as politely as I can. Has, at this point, multiple people on the roster, whether it be Raw, NXT, etc., that have done essentially Karrion Kross's gimmick just better than him, like in front of him, so it really kind of diminishes what he does?
At times, absolutely. So yeah, that's not wrong. I'm just happy to see him doing something. I mean, again, we'll find out. I'm really curious how everything's going to look after Backlash next weekend. I really am.
Fair enough.
All right, let's say hello to Joe, Anna, Damien's in the house, Steve Chambers, how you doing, Kevin? AJ's back with us, Bradley, the predictions champ. I'm not going to read any of these. I'm going to rapid fire through them. Richard, how you doing?
I was just saying, man, sir, all the way at the top.
Right, that's it. We got to say hello. Eric, how you doing? 2 Erics in the house. Alexa, now Detroit. I am staying. Wait to see. Let's go. All right, Chambers. Good to see you. Welcome back. Richard's with us. TJ, Casey, Boston. How you doing? I hate your name right now, and I don't want to see it, but we are about to get puck drop here in
now on one hand you do and you don't, because Boston's up 104-84 with 18 seconds left, so hopefully good God almighty we might be getting to some wrestling here.
Right, we're almost there people. We almost got 100 people in this chat, so make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. Let's see if we can blow this one up. Trey, good to see you. Welcome back. Bonkers, hello. Jason's with us. Woo, we got a lot of people. I love
Well,
it. I love
absolutely.
it.
Well, speaking of blowing
Tommy,
things up and
Richard.
everything like that, make sure you become a member so you can tune in to when we do our members only stream tomorrow and everything like that.
Yeah, Chambers, good to see Richard, good to see you. Casey's back with us. TJ Hook, I see you. Ronnie, thank you for the like. James and KC, Rocco, Nick, you want to?
I don't even know where you left off because I still got Jason on my screen.
Chris,
MBB saying, I love me some Isladon, TNT, Keyshawn. That almost rhymed for some reason. Your guys' draft was 100 times more exciting than WWE so far. Congrats on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kevin, what up? Well, Steven becoming a member. So absolutely, again, folks, remember,
Chambers.
if you want to watch, you know, what goes on, you know, how the wrestling's put together here and everything like that.
We're gonna pull the curtain back.
A member and everything. You can join the member stream to where we're still figuring this out and everything, and it's going to be open forum of we're going to actually talk to things that aren't wrestling for once.
But we will still talk wrestling. It will be very much just open forum. We're going to chew the fat. It's going to be a fun one. So be a member.
That's the fucking gimmick right there. The chew the fat. That's the gimmick right there.
More than just a pretty face. What can I say?
Yeah, no, but I caught on to it, my God. I picked your game.
I picked whose game? Oh, dude, that went right over my head for a second. What's up, everyone? How you doing? Haseen, how you doing? Corey, welcome back. As hopefully this wrestling is starting off momentarily, ladies and gentlemen, as they went a little past, you know, where we expected, but we'll see.
No, we still got technically till 8:30 here, so we're just under 15 minutes away here. But yeah, MDB is saying members only stream. You say absolutely.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. What? Tune in to find out all the salacious details.
Right. But also, speaking of salacious details, on Collision, we are going to get a medical update on one Tony Khan.
Absolutely. And I want to just quick shout out to you just made me think of it, and I don't do stuff like this very often, but big shout out to my pops. He's been over a month in the hospital, and he got out today. Huge Leaf fan and sitting on the couch watching the Leafs tonight. But shout out to Pops. I mean, he had a rough go for the last 6 to 8 weeks now. And super happy to see that he's back home and doing better. Thanks, Nick.
T's and P's.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. I didn't intend to. I just backslid into a happy accident.
Absolutely.
Story of my life. If I read a memoir, that'll be it.
There you go. I clip it and send it to him, CC. I do talk. Shout out.
You're the solo Sakoa.
What's going on, Eric? Steven, good to see you, folks. I appreciate all the love. Absolutely.
Now, who's going to make the joke that he's just going to send this to Kevin Owens?
Right? Hey, KO, what's up? I had to tag him in something to be like, you be the judge.
Right.
Swerve will have a promo tonight, but we won't see a challenger until Wednesday. Listen.
No, technically we already saw a challenger, so fuck off with that argument, because technically Kyle Fletcher was in the title eliminator, so you already soiled it.
A future challenger, I'm hoping. Well, here's the thing about this, guys, and I talked about this with Nick before we went live tonight. They're talking a little bit out of both sides of their mouth, and then on last night's stream, we were talking about kind of some of the things that happened, and I told you, Nick, that listen, to me, it's all bullshit. And here's how you know things are a little bullshit. Oh, we have this big national lead in because of NBA, so we saved Swerve for that. But then we booked Phoenix versus fucking Mantar. Like, what are we doing? That's not the same. If this show's special, you got a special lead in, stack the show.
I don't even get that far with it. To me, it's one of those, you shouldn't depend on other shows leading you in to get shit over, because 100% it should be on what you've built up. When's the last time Raw was like, no, we're going to wait and go at this time because that's when people will be tuning in and it'll give us a good lead in. No, you build off of your own shit. And secondly, too, you're going to do it not on your main show, not on Wednesday, not to where everyone's fresh off of your pay-per-view. We're going to wait until Saturday to where the audience is considerably lower. Like, they've done nothing but cut Swerve's legs out from underneath him as soon as he won the title.
Absolutely. Oh, we just jumped in.
Whoa,
I got Tony Khan in a neck brace on my screen.
I had Cornetto.
It just popped on, and I think we missed something because Tony's leaving. The thumbs up is killing me, Smalls.
A lot of Tony.
Yo, I got like bonus like before show coverage.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. What the hell are we going off of here?
The announcer just
first time at commercial break.
It just literally came on, and Tony was giving everyone a thumbs up in the air, and then the PA announcer came on and said, "We are about to go live on TNT."
Oh, you got the behind the scenes. You got him telling everybody of, all right, so this is when you cheer.
Oh, Canada. Well, I don't know what happened. I have no idea.
You got that secret bonus footage. You got the hookup. You got somebody out there standing on top of your roof with tinfoil to get that special feed.
Right? No, I mean, yeah, absolutely. We will start momentarily. Okay, I thought I missed something.
No, I'm getting another goddamn commercial.
It's all right. We got time.
Right.
80 people with us tonight. Love it. Remember, take this link, share it with people, drop it anywhere you talk wrestling, and let them know, folks. We would like to see triple digits in this chat nowadays, and looking forward to doubling up as we move along here.
Right. As Cade Ravos with the super chat, shout out my guy. Tony doesn't know how to stack a show. This Swerve celebration is only because of backlash of them not having one Swerve, but having one for Willow. And I asked before we were live for SmackDown and everything, did Tony Khan steal Swerve's spot? I feel like he kind of did. They seem to think that they couldn't have had both a big Swerve celebration, and we've got to get Tony over. He can get his fantasy and getting a bump in.
Yeah.
So we got nothing for Swerve. We got a match that I've never seen another AEW World Champion start off their reign with a match for a title eliminator. So yeah.
No, not a good choice at all. And again, I mean, if we tie this back, and I hate doing the one-to-one comparables because I like to compare them to themselves. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, like we had the draft last night. Outside of the draft, who was the most important wrestler on that show on Friday? Cody fucking Rhodes, undeniably. He was an integral part of the show. He puts over a young guy, but you knew the champion was important. They had the fucking belt right on a pedestal, so we knew it was important. And again, to me, a very big missed opportunity where the building goes quiet and Nana walks out on stage and does a big old hype up intro for the new world champion, and the place goes nuts, and everybody starts swerving into each other in the stands. It was that easy, that simple. Now I do have the start of the show.
Yeah, now I've got it. Speaking of Swerve, I got.
And yeah, we're opening tonight with Swerve.
Right, but that's the thing is you could have had this type of video package and everything to start off Wednesday, your premiere show versus your secondary show, mind you.
Yeah.
To get your champion over. Like, not saying Swerve isn't over, but you've got to keep him over. You've got to get him more over.
Yeah. Well, even deep-rooted AEW fans were upset of like, we don't watch Collision. Like, why are you putting it over there? Why is that not the first?
Are you really a deep-rooted AEW fan if you don't watch Collision and people want to call us AEW haters and everything like that, but we're here watching everything?
There is an and we can tell, dude, like 300,000 people showing up to watch this shit. And that's part of the complaint. It's like, why would you put it on the show that nobody's watching? Why would you, you're up against the draft, you're up against NBA, you're up against NHL, and that's going to be all the excuses from Whiner Boy Meltzer come next week.
But it's the stupidest fucking thing because I can see what they're doing, because as much as they like to argue of, well, the ratings weren't over here because of this and that and the third, as we've got Swerve coming out, they're going to use this as, see, the ratings were big here, but it's because they had the NBA lead in, and that's why they're doing that. Like, you should want it to be you built that moment that gets the big ratings versus you have to piggyback off of something else.
Yeah, and that ties back into me, like my concern with them talking up both sides of your mouth, because leading into tonight, all the talk will be, well, we had a big national audience and we had a lead in from the NBA. So big things. When the numbers come out and they're not great, they'll say, well, this was on, that was on, this was on.
We had to go against the NBA.
You can't have both.
As Swerve is out here right now, and again, all due respect to Swerve, I love every second of this man being champion and everything. This should have happened on Wednesday. Well, even on this coming Dynamite, we will learn who will challenge Swerve Strickland at Double or Nothing. No, see, fuck, Tony, God damn it, unhinge the neck brace a little bit. Maybe the blood will flow at least halfway to your brain there.
It wasn't working before.
But you could have done all of these in the same fucking segment. You could have sat there and had Swerve come out, big celebration, big moment, big video package, and then someone interrupts it, and that's who his next fucking challenger is and everything. And then boom, there's Bob's your uncle, there's your fucking feud going. Holy shit. Could you imagine?
Listen, again, we don't claim to be fucking geniuses in any stretch of the form.
And no, we just have two brain cells, more than two that connect together.
But listen, what sounds better than your new champion is in the ring telling everyone how proud of himself he is, and music hits and so walks out and has an issue with him being champion. Story. Or me saying to you, show up on Wednesday, we'll find out. Like, just have it organic. Have it happen. Stop telling us like, oh, there's going to be an overrun. Oh, there's going to be an announcement. Just do shit. Stop telling us.
See, this is, I think, the biggest telling thing, and the biggest thing that a lot of people have kind of missed with EW coming up, like recently, is that they don't build on anyone actually watching the thing that carries over. It's we've got to sell you on what's going to be on the next show to get you to tune in. It's not, well, I know you watch the next one, so make sure you tune in here. It's no, I'm going to sell you on this, announcement, this surprise match, this thing that's going to happen. Like, we're tuning in already next week because Kenny Omega is going to be in Winnipeg.
Yeah. Now, see, I don't mind hey, Kenny's going to be here Wednesday. Great. And that's like you said. So you use that. And again, I just think when you don't know how to tell a story, it's like, if you've ever had like a toddler or a youngster wander in the room and try and, articulate a story. They get the key points,
right,
and a bunch of rambling and it's unorganized. That's Tony Khan's booking. It's just, rambling and, to the key points, but none of it's in the right order. Doesn't quite make sense. Everyone's got to figure out what he's trying to say.
I'm starting to think after watching him on the NFL Network and everything, I think that's just Tony Khan talking, not just him booking. I think this is him talking. Of just can't get to just only talks in key points. Just I got spots I know I want to hit, and there's nothing but filler in between.
Right. Whoa.
As Swerve mentions the Young Bucks and gets booze for the Bucks. What?
Swerve just said that's a bitch move. Now the crowd's chanting bitch
move. Swerve is trying to get over Tony Khan having to take a fucking bump.
Yeah.
You're trying to get your world champion to get the owner of your fucking company over, who never wanted to be an angle, who never wanted to be an on-screen character or anything. Holy Dixie Carter, shut the fuck up, Tony Khan.
What's more important? Hey, like I said, when you do picture-in-picture to show the Young Bucks walking into Tony's dressing room during your world champs first match as champion, it's a bit off-putting. But Swerve cutting a good promo right now, other than funny that he's putting over the most important storyline in the company.
How is your world champion not your A story on your company?
Just what we used to. I'm sorry. Meltzer didn't mention that NXT was up 36K viewers with the same playoffs. Corey? It's facts.
It's almost like he's biased or something. Who would have thought that?
Right. Johnny Beans. There you go. Laughing or crying?
I don't know. I was just kind of thrown off by the name Johnny Beans.
Johnny Beans. What up, Kev? How you doing? What's up, wrestling fam? Welcome, AJ. Dun, dun, dun. I think
we got about 90 people kicking it with us here, so let's see if we can just add an extra 10 here and get to that triple digits, my guy.
Right? Oh,
I don't know which is shinier, Swerve's belt or Nana's pants. Man's out here with the Cisco aluminum foil look. Bold strategy, Cotton.
Looks like a truck.
Swerve like what? All night long.
So he's going to cut a promo tonight and then just walk off, and we find out who his opponent is on Wednesday. Now, are they just arbitrarily picking it? Is it based out of the rankings?
Well,
The
rankings don't fucking matter, first off, but he's out here cutting a promo about like his daughter calling him and everything, and
yeah, no,
how much that meant. Like, it's one of those of like, this would have been so great if, could you imagine if they even just had the recording or whatever of that phone call? That's what they aired. But as Swerve's about to come out and shows that he's champion, everything, you had to make this feel like a bigger, like a huge moment. Does anyone out here think with an NBA lead in or anything like that this is
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
I did not expect this.
He's doing an open challenge. Why?
And we are going to get Cesaro versus Swerve.
You are ahead of me, sir.
And I can't fix it.
Well, that I will try and refresh it.
This is why I get mad when it gets bumped. Canada just said fuck AEW and bumped it all the way off for all the football. I'm sorry, all the basketball and hockey.
Right, all the playoffs. Yeah, no, I'm still getting. Yeah, no, I'm just getting. Swerve
around the champ.
Swerve playing the family card. Hope this does not turn into a Cody style of promo.
That family shit is the best shit going, man. And the minute I hear a grown ass man talking like a grown ass man about legit life things, like having a daughter, wanting to make your daughter proud, you can't make up for the time that you miss with your little ones to chase your dreams. Man, I relate to it. I love it. And it's so much better than, are we still friends? Are you hanging out with Timmy?
Facts. Biggest facts. We opened with the fucking MTV reality show Real World bullshit of Chucky T, OC, and Trent Beretta versus this man out here who has the realist in his name because he is literally the realist. He's out there actually talking like a grown man, like you said, actually has some bass and some baritone versus, well, do you still like me? I don't know if I like you. Do you like me? Who gives a flying fuck?
Not I. This is awful. DJ 5000 also saying it's awful. How many minutes do you want us to wait, KJ? All the minutes.
Right.
As many as it takes. Boring, yawn.
I don't like this for your world champ already. Does Swerve feel as big as, say, when MJF won the world title, or when Kenny Omega won it, or when Hangman Page won it, or when Chris Jericho won it? And that's the thing, is this shitty booking that they're doing with him isn't going to fall on the company. It's not going to fall on Tony Khan, anything. It's going to fall on Swerve and say, well, you couldn't get it over. Well, you dropped it that, that quick and didn't have a run with it, what have you.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, Nick. We're going to the footage. We're going back to last week, Wednesday. This week, Wednesday, not last week.
Fair enough.
It's been a long week.
See if I can find a.
Now, quickly, as this is starting up, and I know you're slightly behind. And
you're good. You're good. Talk.
But as this is starting up, guys, my question is, and I see what you say, Boston. I don't know if I love the open challenge. To me, again, we fall back into a little bit of the mission statement was great, but again, like the open challenge is fine on its surface. But again, I would almost want somebody to come out without that open challenge. Somebody to have a personal gripe, a personal beef, a personal desire. And Cesaro feels like a one-off Dynamite match.
Yeah, well, when your TNT champion's doing an open challenge and now your world heavyweight champion's doing an open challenge, open challenges, and especially a plenty, seems to me like you can't book.
Yeah, it's simplistic, right? It's pop-up book writing.
It's a get out of jail free card. It's, well, I can just throw whoever out there, and well, it's an open challenge, so they answer the open challenge.
Yeah, that's it. Problem solved.
Right.
Which, fair enough.
So I'm getting the video replay as they're dragging Tony right now. And again, you mentioned this of shows up on the NFL draft and everything with the neck brace, but wasn't carted out of there. Just kind of gets up and leaves under his own accord and everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Tony
wait.
Khan has suffered
Wait.
multiple head and neck injuries. Well, was that before or after?
Sorry, you will hear it and you can confirm. I think they just said Tony Khan will not be in Winnipeg. So Tony Khan will not. Now, we just saw him I know he's at Collision tonight, but he's not going to. Is that what they said? Or is it that Kenny was no longer going to Winnipeg?
It's so funny because literally where I would have heard that, it was you talking. So I heard you talking over Tony Schiavone. But I think what he was saying was what you said there, that Tony Khan will be controlling or running the show from
No,
abroad here.
okay. So that gives no what's going to. So that's the opportunity for the elite to show up and take over the show because Tony
But
can't stop them.
again, going with the kayfabe, that the kayfabe and shoot, I hate to use both those terms, at least with what they've set up within their own fucking universe, the Young Bucks should be fired. They did well more than make this man fear for his life. They took his life, almost put his life in danger. So why the fuck are they not fired? And they just get a, bad, don't do that. But you fired someone and then proceeded to show the footage of what made you fear for your life.
Right.
Again, this is ass backwards.
It's definitely back assward.
Yeah.
As we get Top Flight coming out, as we're going to get a trios match between Top Flight and the Bullet Club.
Right. I'm at least close if to you.
That's okay. Now, this is a good opening to your show. How good would that have been to open Dynamite? Now, a lot of people said, again, Dynamite wasn't good this past week. A lot of people have said it. How much better would that show have been if you opened with what we just got here?
With the Swerve promo and everything?
That was Swerve opening the show. The way he just opened it, that had so much more energy to me than the Bucks and John Moxley.
Oh, I mean, any form of Swerve opening the show, I will agree with. I think that you could have still done better by it, but I'll at least agree that Swerve should have opened it instead of being in a second slot, nothing match.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Are we still friends? Hits Canadian Destroyer. I love it. Love it. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, did you see the reports going around that MJF has gone under surgery, has successfully had surgery?
I have not.
I did see that today. I can't confirm the source yet, or I haven't confirmed the source yet. But apparently, he did go and have surgery. No timetable has been given for a return.
Now, with everything that's going on with AW, do you think that they do like a team AW versus a team elite? If we do this, it seems very much obviously that they're doing this like an NWO, even though they didn't need to. But who do you think that they could build as a team AW? Like, is MJF the last one of? He's the one that you would never think he's the, surprise announcement at the very end.
Yeah, I still, far-fetched. Pipe dream again. I would love it just for the sheer magnitude of everything. But again, we said never say never. I mean, if we had told people that Punk was going to close out Survivor Series a year ago, a lot of people would have said, "You're fucking crazy."
Oh, I'm still waiting for the moment that we get MJF showing up on WWE television. I'll lose if it's in the middle of the day in fucking France. I'll lose my fucking mind.
Right. I agree with Boston. I 100% think that this whole elite thing is leading to blood and guts. I want to see Tony take a cage bump off the top of the cage. Tony, no!
But again, so
Put
then you are fully a character here. You are fully in this angle. You are Dixie Carter. Now, could you see the idea to where he goes full Bischoff and he's been behind it? He's a heel, all of that he is down with them.
I hate that. We did this angle where you pile drove me into the mat just to trick everybody. Like, I don't.
Bischoff took a jackknife through a fucking stage and then ended up being the head of the NWO.
Facts. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But then again, that proves even more that this is just cosplay instead of, actually coming up with a new idea.
If it's going to be very interesting to see the reaction to everybody as it plays out. But I don't think I can't. All right, let me change this. The only way Tony Khan works well as a heel is if he gets real smarmy and whiny, which I think he can pull off no problem, because
he already was, though. Everyone already, they're trying to get heel heat on everybody who was already heel.
Right. But I will caution them in the sense that if you make the boss and the company the heel too long, you start getting weird backlash from the audience as well. I just don't think he can pull it off, dude. I mean, dude, I just don't think he can pull it, whether it's babyface, heel, whatever you do with him in this storyline. I don't think he can pull it off. By the way,
we didn't think he could pull off a bump or taking a TK driver, and they still did that. So,
oh man, and no, I mean, again, all the power to him for trying. That's what we've asked him to do, and like I said, I mean, it's hard as a fan to be poking all these holes. As wow, Jay White just destroyed one of the Martins. Darius Rucker.
All I want to be with you. Well, we will also get Big Cass under the learning tree on Rampage.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, too good of a mood to go down a fucking Jericho.
Brian Myers is just somewhere, just like, they're doing my shtick. They're doing my gimmick.
The learning tree is fucking nonsense. Somebody get an axe quick. Russian action tonight, KJ and Nick.
Where?
Oh, Roosh. I was like, who's in a rush? No, that's Speed. That's on Wednesdays. Roosh in action. He's been MIA.
Yeah, I don't know where he's in action tonight. Has there been a match announced that I don't know about? But when you say Rush and everything, I just start thinking today's Tom Sawyer gets high on you, or the Spacey invades, he gets by on you.
TK reminds me of WCW Russo 2000. Survey says,
I was going to say, as someone who kind of secondhand knows Russo, yeah.
I was the 69th like. Like the video, folks. We got 103 people with us tonight. Thank you for making us a part of your weekend. Right now, we got a trios match going on between the Bullet Club and Top Flight, essentially. And Action, that guy. But yeah, we are rolling along. We opened the show with Swerve. Looks like Swerve's going to take on Cesaro, and we're rolling along. So let us know what. Oh shit, faceplant. Let us know what is on your wrestling mind. What are you thinking about? How did you feel about the draft? How are you feeling about all this TK, NFL draft nonsense? Let us know. Let us know. Blow up this chat. Be a friend. Tell a friend. And we are back tomorrow for members only chat. Live stream. It's going to be a fun Q&A, and then Wednesday, of course, Monday, and then all through the week for all your wrestling needs.
And all I can follow up with is just yes.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah, you need to do it. You need to click that button right now. Yeah, you need to do it. Listen to me.
Oh, what's happening? You suck.
KJ, first lesson in the learning tree is to give Big Bill a new name. W. Morrissey works pretty damn well.
Yeah, first lesson. Your name is son of a bitch.
Your name is son of a bitch.
That's what it
is. That's a hell of a name.
That was just bad timing as Boston Berries. Son of a bitch. That should be something that changes. And maybe Jericho knows that. He's aware and gives him, but it could be a worse name.
You realize you just said Jericho, aware, change all in the same sentence, and none of it actually applied to Chris Jericho. So you think that this man's going to be aware that other people's gimmicks need to change, but isn't aware that his gimmick needs to change.
He's going back to Painmaker, and he's going to call Big Bill the Pain Taker. No?
No. He's going to come out with the Karrion Kross mask and everything.
Right. Are we getting Kenny on Collision or Rampage? No. No Kenny until Wednesday.
Yeah, not till Winnipeg. Brother Fluff out here, thank you for the $5 super chat, saying who would run the ropes faster, Tony Khan at 3 Hammer Braun Breaker.
Money's on
More
Tony.
aggressively, I'll give it to Braun.
No, I'm going Tony, a hundo P.
Well, no, he snorts ropes. He doesn't run ropes.
Allegedly, folks.
Allegedly. That's why he said he compared them to Pepsi instead of Coke.
Yeah, no shit. That's probably why. It's like that joke writes itself, but still.
Well, it's the other joke writes itself too. Of you compared yourself to Pepsi after you fired Punk. What?
I saw somebody had commented. I feel like Tony Khan is the Amber Heard of wrestling. I was like, yes, that was one of the funniest shits I've seen about this so far.
I'm so glad I wasn't taking a drink right there because that broke me.
Tony wants to call names. Well, he's like the Amber Heard of pro wrestling.
Bro,
like, yes, perfect.
My dog stepped on a bee.
What's that?
I said my dog stepped on a bee.
I feared for my life.
In the middle of the bed. Yeah, that's 100% TK. That's the fucked up part is everybody kind of just put their swords down, put their allegiances down, and just kind of gave them a golf clap at least of, hey, we get what you're doing. We respect what you're doing. You're on the NFL network and everything like that with a neck brace. You're selling it. And then he opened his goddamn mouth and all that cool points went out the goddamn window as fast as they could.
Yeah, I think it would have been a very, very fair debate of, there would have been the naysayers who were like, oh, it's stupid. I can't believe we did it. Then there's the people that were going to give him credit for, again, you had a national audience talking about your wrestling company.
He almost sold me. I was almost going to come out here and try and defend of, that, I kind of dig the, the neck brace gimmick and show up with my own gimmick and everything. And then he opened his mouth and just foot insert.
Right. Yeah, no, 100% of like, wait, what? You could have said a million things. Why was that the one you landed on? And he was so proud of himself. That's what irked me. It makes you want to reach through the TV and smack him. Maybe he could be a heel. Let's run him as a heel.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But it's one of those that you don't expect the owner of a company.
Jay White,
sorry?
What do you got on Collision? I just got Jay White coming in.
I've got both the top flight getting pulled out here. So, yeah, I'm not going to be anywhere near you at any point in time here.
You're a Nagi.
Yeah.
TK got Shivani on speed.
But to have the owner of a company come out and say something that you would see on a Twitter post from, I Heart Jericho 27-4 and shit like that. That's what's like, really, my guy? Like, you're the way you want to go about this? You're the same, like, for everyone that says we don't want tribalism in wrestling, the fucking owner of a company is literally trying to promote it. So
man's running around like William Wallace trying to rally the troops. Oh, there it is. And we got a winner.
I am nowhere near you, so I'm going to just keep rolling.
Keep rolling. But yeah, Jay White gets the pin. Not a bad match. Not a great match. Scrambled eggs as always, but not bad. Not bad. Poor Jay White. When Jay White was face to face with Ospreay in the Battle Royal, Nick, I was like, we need this. Like, poor Jay White. Let's go.
But is it insane to see stuff like that? And this is the same Jay White that was getting beat from pillar to post, that was selling like Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan when he was taking on Daddy Ass.
True. I mean, again, you got to give him credit for doing his job well. They told him to put him over. He did it.
Yeah, but shitty, you're doing your job too well of fucking protect yourself, motherfucker. Like, actually, you want to be someone fucking relevant versus you're a guy that's there and gets a check. It's the Nakamura syndrome, respectfully. I love Nakamura, but Nakamura's that type of guy that he's there for a check.
Okay.
He's there. He gets to surf and hang out, and he's still fantastic, but he's never going to be the Nakamura that we had before. And I don't want that for Jay White.
No, I don't disagree, and I like that comparable.
Beware the vortex. Yes.
As we are getting a replay of, again, I give there's a clear, like, they've clearly decided that this is the epicenter of the show right now. The Bucks, and like this is it. So we get another replay from Dynasty. We get the Jack Perry return. Like they're really like this. I don't mind the storyline, but I'm a little surprised that
None of this
it's
needed Tony Khan.
the storyline, like it's the bloodline shit.
If you wanted to run it that way, fucking fine. I think you're still propped up based off of Punk, who doesn't work for the company anymore. It's amazing that they want to do all of this shit when he's not there. And now someone gets physical with TK and he wants to be an on-screen character when you add MJF in the prime spot out there screaming, "Fire me, you fucking mark," and everything. But this is now just Tony Khan and the Funky Bunch here of we've got to have, fucking Khan's Playhouse here. Bro, Shad Khan out there looked like he's walking out of like, this is what you're doing. This is what I'm paying for.
Right.
But like,
did you just go to commercial?
I'm getting hype up for Phoenix showing up here, but it's none of this story needed Tony Khan, and that's not my biggest takeaway. Of Jack Perry was already heel with all of this.
Yeah,
the Bucks were clearly already heel. We've already established that they have power in the company.
Mm-hmm.
So what the fuck was Tony Khan needed for out here outside of just he wanted to take a bump?
Well, don't you feel like the addition of Tony Khan in this storyline actually, to defend them a little bit, it is more newsworthy. It's more noteworthy. It's a bigger deal.
That's the only reason. But it's the same thing with showing the footage. Yeah. That's all it was. It was clickbait.
And he knew, dude, I get to wear a neck brace on. There was no doubt the man was going to wear the neck brace. He couldn't wait. He was tickled fucking pink at the idea of being on the NFL draft.
He was looking for the playback feed and everything so he could see himself that he was on TV, and then he kind of
But I am in a commercial break now.
I got the neck brace. I could just reenact Tony Khan right now here if I wanted.
I did. I mean, again, some people said, well, you got to give him marks for trying. I did think it was funny that he was just like fucking a dude with a neck brace. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing is I liked it up until then. Like I was almost changed my mind of, all right, maybe I'll give him some fucking points here for this. Of at least it's got people talking. You're trying to draw in an extra audience and everything with that. But yeah, then you get asked about it and unprovoked, you just start taking shots and everything with that. And it's just act like you've been there before, motherfucker.
Right. Well, dude, and listen, I've been very public and on the record that I love the nitpicky shit. I love the bratty shit. I love them poking at each other. I know some people are like, can't we just all get along? No, fuck it. It's all fair in love and war. And again, you might be using a fucking a cap gun opposed to, the other company might have an arsenal. But at the same time, I don't mind it. I don't mind the gamemanship at times. So I'm not giving him shit for trying to engage, to try to put his, we keep saying, grow the audience, Tony. And I think in his head, he's like, this is going to totally do it. Watch me, guys. And then he says something like, oh yeah, they're like, Weinstein. And everyone's like, oh no, bro. Then that's where it's not the idea, the concept of what he's trying to pull off exists. It's okay. I don't mind it. I can't fault him for trying. But dude, even fucking, how clueless are you not to know that was a bad choice?
Yeah, but that's the issue is I don't think that they get that they're making bad choices. They think that they're still doing great. Like Tony, in his mind, he probably thought, well, that fucking landed and everyone's talking about us. He's going that full controversy sells, but like Boston even said of TK literally got laughed out of the interview. He started to follow that up with pitching to the rest of AW, and they're like, yeah, no, just talk about, who you're going to take and everything. Like, it's one of those, it's great that you're in that spotlight. Don't fuck up your opportunity in that spotlight. Right. And I'm pretty sure that's what you did.
If he would have said, oh man, AEW's the Pepsi of pro wrestling and we're up against the prime of pro wrestling, I would have popped. I would have been like, all right, cute. Gotcha. Get something that was clever. But he thought, like, I could picture him on the phone with like, hey, Maddie, Nikki, when they ask, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, no, bro, I'm gonna say it. It's gonna be so good. That's what I picture. Like that level of delusion of like,
that's the thing is like if you want to go and you want to embrace them taking shots, and this is like the wars and everything for Monday nights and all of that, and you have Triple H on the McAfee show, and you even had McAfee commenting about Tony Khan being out there and everything, but they're witty with it, and it feels provoked, and it feels like it's warranted to an extent.
Right.
Like at least there's a reason why they're doing it versus we're talking to you about why you got hurt and you start shooting at WWE and everything and just go off on some fucking tangent that you and the EVPs thought was cool. But yeah,
no, absolutely. Now, do you have Phoenix in the ring right now?
I have Phoenix coming out right now. So like I said, I think I've said it, and I think even people in the chat have said you're like a solid 2 minutes ahead of everybody.
I'm trying to slow my shit down. I swear to God, but
no, you're fine. This might make it easier when we tag and everything like that. If this man's from the future, and I'll just catch everybody up.
Right, the Beast Mortis is coming out
now. For those who don't know, that was no, but I was going to let everybody know that's
Mentor.
Black Horus.
Black
Horus from TNA, but because they couldn't use it because of the trademark with TNA, and I think it was AAA. So now he's,
it's just again.
Sorry, Nick. No, you're good.
It's just again. Listen, I know we got a lot of gripes right now. We're grappling with the gripes, but again, when you tell me like, okay, Swerve's going to open Collision because we have all this extra audience. There's going to be a big night for Collision. And then you book this match, I scratch my head.
So, and I'll ask you, what about this match? And granted, I think we need to fucking,
put this on Rampage.
That as a stream name, though, of grappling with the gripes and everything like that. That needs to be a stream name at some point here. But what about this match specifically compared to the Swerve stuff as you tighten the knickers here?
I think it's terrible booking. Again, there's nothing other than this is going to be probably a fun match. But again, I think when you're trying to sell your product on a night where more people are paying attention, this is a little too niche for my taste. Like, I think you could have booked other things in this spot. Wow, big chops.
But it's Phoenix's return. This is a little variety spice of life. Like, I disagree with you, but you could also then theoretically make almost the same argument with like the GYV debuting here. Is that the type of argument you're trying to make here?
I don't mind GYV coming in. I'm a little
GYV,
right? I don't mind them coming in. I'm a little surprised that they had a match like a taped match. That surprised me a little. Of you didn't want to kind of maybe the schedule didn't work out, but
I didn't know it was
a little surprised. Like, I thought you'd have them on like a live Dynamite. Like, we wouldn't know.
I thought that was their announcement, essentially, that they had signed with a company. Now, if it's more their debut versus they've signed with the company, it's very interesting because they are starting their own promotion.
True. Oh, and Mantar with a tope.
Yeah, I just want to keep calling him Black Taurus, though, because that's what he was. He was Black Taurus.
Yes. What is this match? See, that's kind of my point. I'm with you.
Lucha.
Right? Like, ladies and gentlemen, you guys let us know. Like, again, do you find this a bit of a holy fuck, where did this match come from kind of vibe? Like, that's my take on it. Like, why is this happening?
I think this is happening because Rey Fenix can wrestle again. That's what this is. And so we're going to put him in with a Lucha who we're going to kind of debut. And I mean, on one hand, if you're going to introduce people to what Collision is and what AW is, it's kind of got that variety of spice there when it comes to pro wrestling. So at least you got a feature of the Luchas.
It might have a variety of.
I'm so surprised, though, that you, the fan of Lucha Wrestling, who at times has petitioned for us to watch all the Triple Manias and everything, that has the Lucha match, and you're like, I don't get it. Why they do this?
Well, here's the thing. I might be into Lucha Wrestling, and I'm loving this match. I really am enjoying this match. But Rey Fenix is getting the absolute piss beat out of him. No offense for Ray, and he's gonna win, but man, is he taking a fucking whooping. Holy
But
shit.
this is how you get Black Taurus over here. You're establishing
Welcome
him
back,
as
Ray. Why can't Ray have a 3.5-minute W over somebody on his return? Make Ray look good.
Yeah, because everyone's got to have a 10-star fucking, 50-minute dream match.
Why are they running AAA matches? Someone asked if we're doing AAA. We're not. The main event, again, I don't really, for obvious reasons, don't much give a shit about El Patron. Nick's gonna Nemeth, not you. Is gonna be there, but yeah, no, we're not sticking around for that.
No, I'd rather drink Terramana than Patron. So, absolutely.
So base Spinaroonie. Where's Roosh? I have no idea.
So Roosh in action still to come tonight.
Yeah, welcome back. And I will say this. Thunder Rosa and Deonna Purrazzo being booked on Rampage is a fucking crime.
That is a crime against women's wrestling.
Pause. What?
I said that is a crime against women's wrestling of that getting booked on Rampage. I was agreeing with you, sir. If that 100% should be a top-of-the-line match on a Dynamite.
That is criminal. Like, somebody get Gil Grissom in here. There's a crime being committed. Like, what are we doing? Like, these are two of the preeminent women in your company, if not in the industry, period. And you buried them on a late night, Saturday night Rampage.
This is arguably a pay-per-view quality match, and you're going to give it away on Who's Still Watching Rampage that you're also going to have a parking lot brawl match on, or parking lot fight.
Right. Yeah, no, 100%. And even like Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black on Wednesday, that should have been on Dynasty.
Yes, absolutely. We literally talked about that while we were watching Dynasty.
I love that match. It should be. I think they could have a really good feud. You could run this like a really solid feud for these two, and maybe it pays off at Double or Nothing. But I'm such a big fan of both of them. They could be something. Will it be? I don't know.
That's the intrigue and the mystery. AW is the evolution just because it's a mystery of it's either going to be really great or really shit. I feel at times. Like there's so much, they have so much potential to have some of the best shit going.
Yeah.
But they just seem to mucky it up.
Black Taurus smacking the taste out of Phoenix's mouth. So they're establishing Taurus as a heel here, pulling out the mask, getting some boos. Oh, no offense for Phoenix so far tonight.
I understand that they do Daly's Place and everything because it's like the home field advantage and everything, but do you not get like 2020 vibes every time you see Daly's Place a little bit there with the giant walls of screens and everything?
I like them in the smaller venue because even though there's only about 2,500 people there, it feels a little more boisterous when the audio is working properly.
But again, how the fuck do you fuck up your own audio in your home base?
They said it was TBS. That's always what gets tweeted out. Tony tweeted that TBS.
It's everybody else's fucking fault except for AEW and Tony Khan. Point blank, period. Even Dave Meltzer, Brian Alvarez, it's everybody else's fault except for their own.
Right. This is like when TNA was bad.
Oh.
Not one promo package for Black Taurus. No, they just said, like, here's this dude in a mask who's apparently a maniac. Like, he is beating the shit out of Phoenix. He is milking the crowd. This match has gone on about 4.5 minutes too long. Ray Phoenix kicked out of got a 2 count, kicked out, and the crowd didn't even react. They're so tired. It's just fuck.
Yeah, Ray Phoenix is not getting over with this match at all. Like, no.
What you said is it's a big deal. Ray's back. Well, listen, I'm not saying the new guy can't get more offense or work out the babyface a little bit, but if you tuned in, you're like, who is the jobber in blue getting worked right now?
Yeah, it's just such a fucked up part because like you can see the obvious mistakes, but if you point out the obvious mistakes, you hate it. You just hate it. You don't like it. You're saying this bad faith. No, the shit's fucking obvious. I have eyeballs. I can see it.
Right. Yeah, like it's right there. I can't wait to watch Ray Phoenix versus Penta Jr. on Ocho Cinco Day on House of Glory. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Oh,
No,
Cinco de Mayo, Cinco de Mayo.
I was going to say not Ocho Cinco,
I was thinking of Chris
not Chad
Jericho.
Johnson, but yeah.
I was thinking of Chris Jericho. That is hilarious. Completely read that wrong.
But so Phoenix versus Penta on Cinco de Mayo. I mean, I see what you're doing there, and I don't know if I like it.
My bad.
Ocho Cinco Cuatro
On Ocho Cinco Day.
on Chad Johnson Day.
Oh God.
Hey, someone send that clip right there to Chad Johnson and Shannon Sharp. They can use that on the
podcast. My eyes saw the words, my brain didn't compute them properly.
It just inserted, I know Spanish on MDB. Ocho Cinco de Mayo. Folks, that's where you can watch us tomorrow on our members only stream. You tune in at Ocho Cinco de Mayo. That's that secret Taco Bell menu item, Ocho Cinco de Mayo.
Well, welcome to Saturday night.
This has become the Thunderbolt Ross moment of the stream. We're just gonna take a joke and just keep going.
This match is going so long. I'm getting like the silliness for being sleepy.
Getting the giggles.
Getting the giggles. Ocho Cinco de Chad Johnson. Chad Mojo Jojo de Mayo.
Absolutely. I am Mojo Jojo.
85.
Absolutely. KJ letting us know he's a Cincinnati Bengals fan. He's a big fan of Ocho.
Big fan of Ocho. Oh, Phoenix wakes up. Big kick.
This match is still making me say oh no instead of Ocho.
Right. No more bubbly for KJ. Woo, that's the funny shit. Ocho Cinco Day.
Like I said, it's become the Thunderbolt Ross moment of it's Saturday, we got the giggles.
Apparently, and step away from the vitamins for a moment.
There you go. Keep Collision and move it to Fridays and get rid of Rampage.
Yeah, maybe, but no, I still think the best plan of attack, if I was in Tony Khan's shoes, it would be Ring of Honor Rampage on Friday night, and you make it a destination. You make it where the hottest young talent in your company that you're going to see on the main show in a few years are just tearing the building down with absolute. Make it NXT Black and Gold. Do that model. Do it. Hey, you had it. You bought it. Make it Ring of Honor. Make it like Ring of Honor.
That's what they should do. Well, I think they should just do you trim it down all the way to you have Dynamite and you have a Ring of Honor. Like say on a Friday after SmackDown or whatever, you have a Ring of Honor show.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I think you do it. Or if anything, we've talked about, you do it on a Thursday. I know they do it on a Thursday, but it's behind a paywall. It's earlier in the evening. You do it on a network or anything like that if you can. And you get that in front of the most eyes. Like, what is the big storyline on Collision that isn't on the main TV?
Not much.
Yeah, Collision's just now carryover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's spillage.
What is Tony Khan after he took that bump? Spillage.
Both men, if anyone's wondering, this match, how long has this been going? I feel like this is a 16, 17-minute match.
This is the longest lucha match I think I've seen in my life.
Ray going to the top as Black Taurus falls to the outside.
Fair enough. Well, I had a replay of Taurus hitting a springboard spear midair here. So, yeah. I'm a day late, $1 short, but I'm letting you know things that have happened in the past.
Right. Phoenix hits a huge Ocho Cinco from the top.
Ocho Cinco. Now we got to have Ocho Cinco merch.
I kind of feel like we do. Mr. Cinco.
That's the thing. We got to just have, start doing, merch that's out there for, 3 days.
Right.
If people would buy our merch.
Pop-up sales of just ridiculousness.
Right. Of just if you're watch it, that if you were in the last stream, you're gonna get this. Otherwise, fuck off.
Call the action on your end because you're closer tuned with people, so I'll know what happened.
Okay, so I have Phoenix with a corkscrewy kind of DDT on the outside as he rolls Taurus in.
It's been I mean, the duration of this match makes this match soft. It wasn't two guys going real hard, big moves, big spots, multiple kickouts.
Right.
It's just again.
We'll reverse it to a. Oh, what the fuck! Like I thought he was about to hit a tombstone, but it hits. Like that's just unique as shit. He just hit him in the front of it, like with his knees. Oh, like a white noise neck breaker there from Taurus onto Phoenix for a 2 count.
Yeah, just again, I think you book Phoenix against fucking anybody.
This is getting over Black Taurus more than it is Phoenix at all.
100%. But Phoenix is doing his thing. Big punt. I said punt. Every match can't be 5-star match. Fuck you, says Meltzer.
Well, no, and no one's expecting that, but I at least expect it to be entertaining and not draining.
I'm pretty sure Meltzer gave that Jericho hook match 3.25 stars. And I just want to say, I'm glad he finally went a little low, but that's still generous.
Bro, A rating is generous on that.
Why is this still going? We got another kick out on my end, and I'm in the future. It's still going.
Right. I got Phoenix after 2 super kicks going up to the top rope here of Tony Hayes saying, I will pay $20 for this match to end. Well, we got a super chat and the super stickers and the memberships and everything like that. We can at least talk till the match ends here. So we'll make you think that this match ended.
Yeah. Well, you let me know how you feel about what I just saw. Here it comes.
Folks. Oh no.
100%, Matt.
Well, yeah, I got the frog splash. I got to replay the frog splash. Now I've got Phoenix lining him up. Oh, what the shit?
Roll up.
Roll through.
1.
What the shit? Why is one of the biggest stars in your company one half of the Lucha Bros? Why is he fucking having a sneaker win like that and hop in the guardrail? I got to get the high down hell out of Dodge here. I mean, is fucking Black Taurus about to be your next fucking huge, mid-card guy and everything and just tear through this scene here? Because what the fuck? I'm not saying it's a bad outcome, but just what the fuck? It came out of nowhere.
But like you said at the beginning of this, the onset of this, you bring in Rey Fenix back in, you want to highlight him, spotlight him. Black Taurus looked like a better wrestler tonight, looked like a bigger badass, and Phoenix barely pulled off the win against him, where people are like, run it back, because maybe Black Taurus gets the W. Why not?
Phoenix looks like he's still halfway suddenly getting out of Dodge here, by the way. He's not leaving through the entrance ramp or anything like that. He's leaving through the crowd. Of thank you, okay, bye-bye, all right, let me just human shield. The more people I pass, the further he's got to go to get to me here.
Yeah. So now we're getting
this man just climbed fucking Mount Everest to overcome Black Taurus, who you debuted on this fucking show.
And nobody knows who he is.
No, I don't even want to get into that shit because everyone's going to say, oh, just fucking Google. Even then.
Nobody knows who he is. I know who he is, but no one knows who the fuck he is.
But no, see, that's the thing is because AEW fans, the diehard fans, the consistent fans know all of the wrestlers. They have a fucking Pokedex of pro wrestlers out here. So they instantly know that that's Black Taurus and everything like that. So we are a little bit in that fold. So we know who he was and everything, but still, this is the first time he's been on your main roster, on your main television and everything.
Right.
And he takes Rey Fenix to the limit and arguably should have won it. Should have won it. Was the more clearly dominant superstar out of that. the dominant wrestler in that fucking in interaction there. And
Oh.
Phoenix has to win on a roll up and hightail it out of there.
Yeah, sorry, we're getting a package on the big breakup of the best friends, by the way, and it leads to a promo from Orange Cassidy, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, interesting times.
Right.
Tony turning down CW for Ring of Honor was the stupidest decision, and he looks over the wrestling media. Here comes Roosh.
Roosh?
What I mean is that Tony Khan, thank you so much for the super chat, by the way, Kid Rivos, trying to make every match a 5-star match. So this match is going so long with no reason or purpose. But here, again, I think it's, and I know the diehards out there are going to go like, don't be like that. He gave you something really great and you're mad that it was too long. Yeah, because it ran its course. It went from exciting and fast paced to holy shit. And again, you saw the collective in the chat of like, this was going well, but it's still going. Like, why couldn't Martin Stone, who we're going to get against Roosh, fight Phoenix?
Can I ask
match?
An honest to God question? Why is it that AEW fans just seem so servient to bullshit and everything like that? Of like, whoa, he just gave you a good thing, but it was too long. Yeah, but that makes it not good. Like, it's okay to say something wasn't good to your fucking overlord and master and shit like that. It's okay to critique things. Not everything is great all the fucking time.
No. As Roosh is back and he's taking on Martin Stone.
Not Robert Stone?
Not Robert Stone. Martin Stone, his chubbier, bald cousin.
He's hard as stone. Pause. Yeah.
Hard as I know.
My guy, who the fuck is this guy? He looks like the lost bushwhacker.
He looks like Gilbert's older brother.
No, like, he looks like a fucking default creator wrestler. His Roosh is instantly all over this fucking man. Is, by the way, for anyone not watching it, picture your shoulder balder cousin in a tank top and some fucking work pants, and that's what this man is.
Kinda, yeah. Mm-hmm. Roosh rolled a chair into the ring, and he's whipping an opponent with an electrical cord. That would be a disqualification in most wrestling circles, correct?
Welcome to AEW, where the rules are made up and they don't even matter.
Like, it's not his ponytail. It's an electrical cord.
You've had people say that it should be a disqualification of Bianca with the ponytail.
You can't use your hair.
That is part of your body, sir.
It's so unique and different. We're like, I'm not sure if that qualifies.
Why the fuck do they have so many electrical cords and extension cords and shit just hanging on in the ring, though? Like, what are you, lighting fucking Christmas trees on the side here? What the fuck are we doing? Clark Griswold showing up?
Clark Griswold in the fucking house, exactly.
Right.
Looks like the Butcher's brother. It looks like if the Butcher and the Blade had a kid.
And they named it Doe.
They morphed into one guy.
That's the dance. Well, no, you said the Butcher and the Blade, and I said if they named it Doe.
They named it Dull. As it's I'm not spoiling anything with this one. I know I'm a little ahead, but
no, you're fine. It's fucking Ivan Koloff if he was a fucking bushwhacker out here with this mustache.
Is it really Danny Burch? No,
there's no fucking way. Like, no, like that's a different human being.
Man, if it's Danny Burch, that's hilarious. I don't take back.
Oh my god, that's
Danny Burch.
Shotgun drop kick into the fucking corner. There's no goddamn way that's Danny Burch.
I don't know if you're messing with me or not, Jacob.
No, he looked way too British to fucking look like that. As Roosh picks up the 1, 2, 3 with goddamn.
It's Danny Burch. Is that Danny Burch? Martin Stone for the win, Keyshawn.
No.
That's not Burch.
Right. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Jacob Sammy. Yes, it is.
No, it's fucking not. What's his name? Mark Stone? I'm going to look this up right now to fucking prove this wrong.
Sheesh. I'm torn. I don't think it is. I never saw his face well enough. I'm full disclosure. I got the Leaf game on the big screen, and I got AEW on the smaller of the two screens. So sorry.
Oh, well, his name's Mark Stone because all I was pulling up for me was the fucking hockey player.
All right. Is that Danny Birch?
No, just because he's the fucking ball does not mean it's Danny Burchill.
I think this is the best shit that we have to like. We don't know. We're not confident enough.
Yeah, no, that's not Danny Burchill unless he fucking just fell off the fucking wagon here.
Martin.
No. Stone. Martin Stone. Martin Stone. All right.
It was Martin Short. All right, moving on. 3-0, says Damien. I think it was Stone Cold. I told you.
What?
It was Gilbert.
Oh, I see why they think it was Danny Burch, because so Danny Burch has gone under the same Martin Stone name on the independent scene,
but not the same guy.
No, looking at this and looking at Danny Burch and looking at that guy is fucking Spider-Man meme in a fucking fun house there. There's no way that man was Danny Burchill by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
Jobson's 1-0. No, that was definitely Bull Buchanan. No, that's Briggs. That's Baby Bull.
Right.
AEW ain't even wrestling. Oh.
That's not nice. I mean, sometimes it's
well, there was a sign, and I mean, shit, if the owner's gonna provoke tribalism, I'm at least gonna mention it. There was a sign I saw, I think, at the draft where it said,
I saw
it. Always or arena empty wrestling.
Ooh, that's a rough one. It hurts.
And straight on the hard cam too, by the way.
All right, I'm going to take a pause for the cause, ladies and gentlemen. We are rolling along. Make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. We're at 99. Somebody call somebody. Somebody call my mama.
Call my mama.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, Casey's going to go call his mama. But here, let's see if we can get to 100 live viewers here, congruent viewers in the live chat. As again, we're here on Saturday Night Collision. We got the 3 hours of Collision followed by Rampage. And then we're back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow. For the members only, the debut of the Bullet Club or the Bacon Club for life. So 100% make sure you become a member so you can get access to that. And how is everybody feeling about kind of the halfway recent trend, because they've been, preempted and circumvented because of the playoffs, to where we're getting these Collision followed by Rampages, these 3 hours of AEW on a Saturday night. How are we feeling that versus an hour on Friday and 2 hours on Saturday? Are we digging it more? Do they both just kind of need to off? But, how are we feeling? How are we feeling? Tony for the win. Well, we ain't there yet. Corey's in. Jack Smallwood. What? Jesse, what up? Y'all enjoying this Pepsi? Absolutely. By the way, let me take a sip of my Pepsi Cola beverage. There we go. But yes, Bacon Club for life. for life. Trust me, that's even why we got, the Bacon Club. We need to start coming up with that. If the members only streams kick off, we'll start doing members only merch and everything like that. There we go. The producer from the great beyond, pulling up the imagery right there. So 100% we got the Bacon Club for life. Tomorrow, kicking off at 12:30 Eastern time. 100%. It's going to be just us just shooting the shit. It's not going to be any sort of live stream. It's not going to be us all. The pomp and circumstance, we're going to be talking about anything and everything. Grace, you can ask KG about how closely he is related to Kevin Owens, or about the Maple Leafs playoffs. We can talk about the draft, the NFL draft, that is. But yeah, absolutely. Howard saying, I think 3 hours on Dynamite and Collision would be nice. Rampage needs to go. Oh, bold strategy, Cotton, since most people aren't a big fan of 3 hours of Raw, but you want to make 3 hours of AEW. I mean, if it's the one night a week they're on, I mean, fine. As I've got Serena Deeb here right now. See, that's why KJ took a pause, so we can actually hear the audio of Serena Deeb cutting a promo here. But yeah, I mean, having it all in an order, it helps Rampage for sure. I'll give you that. But I am interested of, is 3 hours too much for pro wrestling? Outside of a pay-per-view of weekly, is 3 hours too much? As I've got timeless Tony Storm coming out right now. Maria May is into it. But Deeb versus Charlotte. Perhaps. Yeah, soccer mom Deeb. Serena Deeb is such an underrated talent that AEW has on their roster. Like, she's one of those that if she was to ever leave and ever ended up, I guess, in the, Coke to Tony's Pepsi here, that I think she would change the game a little bit here. You put her in an NXT in just that division, just wrestling, or even if you have her as a producer, I think that she's an untapped potential for women's pro wrestling going forward. Someone can come and get their in off screen. She had way too much wine. Nah, as we've got Anna Jay coming out right now, and I don't know why is she looking all hot and bothered coming out here a little bit. But yeah, so who do you have, folks, between timeless Tony Storm and Anna Jay, and why, oh why, outside of Jungle Boy, do we have Anna Jay versus Tony Storm, and what I'm assuming is a title eliminator? Yes, it is. Wide. Serena seems to be on the fence of whether or not to be a babyface or a heel. Yeah, she's just kind of that tweener. Tony for the win. Anna Jay are going to be a good fit with the Elite. So are we just going to get this whole corporation gimmick with the Elite and everything? Which, if they were going to do, I mean, fuck, I'll halfway give them the credit of you could have done Tony into it. But you didn't even need to have Tony at Christ. If you want to do Tony as the secret heel of he's the higher power bullshit and everything, since we're running back old Vince shit, if you want to have him be the higher power, have all of this lay out and have this play out to where you've got all the EVPs and they reinstate Jack Perry. And then they've got, Anna Jay gets in these prominent spots and they act like it's just one walking corporation and everything. And then when you think Tony's going to be the voice of reason, and he's not, and he sides with them, there's your heel turn. Versus he's out here taking bumps just because he's Dixie Carter, except he can't sign Hulk Hogan or Eric Bischoff right now. But again, I've got Anna Jay versus Tony Storm. I've got slow pace right now. We've got, headlock takedowns. We've got, collar and elbow tie-up shits. We're slowing it down. We're slowing it way down. Anna and Jack are still dating IRL. I thought she dumped him a while ago. No, I mean, to me, they are, as far as I know. I don't pay attention to the fucking Kardashians, dating type shit when it comes to pro wrestling. But yeah, as far as I know, and everybody out there losing their mind because Cora Jade's up there taking a picture with a guy who's not Braun Breaker. Like, why are we paying so much attention to wrestlers' fucking personal lives and shit? But Tony Storm firing up here. He's worse than Dixie. Fair enough. I mean, it's debatable at this point. Tier list of Tony Khan, Dixie Carter, Vince Russo, Eric Bischoff, and Bruce Pritchard, just for the sake of it. Where are we going on the tier list there with that? Steven saying, highlight the women's division more or replace Rampage with an hour of women's matches. I mean, we're getting one right now here, and it just feels convoluted and confusing. So it's still one of those. I feel like if you're going to call for it, you have to be able to book for it. And Christ, you can't exactly book for Dynamite, but I will give Tony Storm credit as much as I initially was just passe, just too much of over the top here with this gimmick. The fucking character work that she's done has just been insane. And I mean, Christ, she's out here wrestling the Bloomers. When was the last time you heard someone talking about the Bloomers? As I'm in picture right now, if they weren't putting their personal lives out there, people wouldn't be looking. They do it for attention instead of trying to protect their gimmick in a kayfabe. Or, hey, Daniel, how about people have lives outside of this? Like, respectfully, that's the thing. People are human beings. There's a performer and there's a person, and they don't always intersect, and they're not always constantly the same person. That's my take on that. I understand that you can blend that kayfabe, and that is always that, dance with the devil that you do. But yeah, to sit there and go at, well, you're a public figure, so my private life is, public as well. No, you're not entitled to that. You're entitled to what they do and what they perform. And that's my opinion. It's not just wrestling, it's all celebrities. Valid, but again, I think just, yeah, I'm going to get into a whole fucking culture topic here. To me, don't idolize people on their fucking, because they make good songs, they wrestle good and everything. Don't get so caught up in their fucking personal life and everything. Let them still have that time away from what they do. At least half the women's division, I'm old enough to be their dad. Steven, fair enough. I don't know if I needed to know that, but thank you, I guess, for sharing that information.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
Pause. Are you trying to say you're my dad?
No, I hope not.
No, that'd be interesting.
Maybe a little confusing for everybody.
Right. Speaking of confusing, but Dixie wasn't actually the booker. Wrestlers could go to her to get things overturned in their favor. Booking wise, Tony is the actual booker, and his friends and favorites tend to hog 5v time. Dixie was kind of, well, she was dumb enough of had the consultant that even the broadcast company said, don't you fucking hire him. And so she just hired him on the low and then got exposed. So yeah.
No, and I get the point and 100% agree with the sentiment of, I think there's more responsibility for the quality on Tony Khan's shoulder than Dixie. I think Dixie had too much stroke. See what I did there? But I think at the end of the day, Tony's juggling a lot. Tony is in charge of a lot. And
Tony Khan is one step away from selling you your fucking popcorn on the concession stand with how involved he is with fucking AEW. And that's the problem, is he needs a buffer. He needs somebody to sit there and say, no, Tony, that's not a good idea. That's not something we should do. But he won't have and implement any sort of buffer because Tony knows best.
Yeah. Now, Nick, I went to an alternative source.
Right
now I have picture in picture, and I believe Tony and Anna Jay are going toe to toe.
I just got, and now I'm getting a replay of Tony Storm hitting a backbreaker as Tony Storm's. Oh,
so you might be. I'm in picture.
Anna Jay going for the backslide here. What the fuck? What the fuck was that fucking transition? Like, she still hit things, but I can't call them. But yes.
Goddamn power.
Two count from Anna Jay. That's where I'm at. Hey, what do you say?
I got both women getting up in the corner. Mariah May banging on the apron. Back
Here.
elbow by Tony.
I'll do this. I'm gonna find a pause, and then
right.
we'll reconvene. We'll reestablish. Right.
This collision has been a waste tonight. Johnny. I mean, not all throwaway. I mean, I did like what they did with Swerve. I know we can debate all night long about whether or not, Fisherman, two count on Anna Jay. I know we can debate whether or not it should have happened on Wednesday, but it didn't. All right. So on face value, I didn't mind how the show started off. I'm a little curious about this whole Swerve Claudio. It's not what I expected. Again, is it a one-off match? Is there going to be some angle here? I don't know how it works, but I'm very curious to see where it goes. But if you were just tuning in, I will remind you, Anna Jay gets a 2 count, as I got Anna Jay taking on Tony Storm. And if you haven't, I guess the results are out there, so we won't take predictions tonight. I don't understand the parking lot fight. It's lazy booking. At least start with a one-on-one, right? Like you have a one-on-one match. Is this where we get the heel turn of Sue tonight, folks? I see 100+ people with us. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Does Sue go heel tonight? Does she roll up in the minivan and start kicking ass and taking names? Last night's draft was silly. Also, never trust a guy with a perm. As we're being reminded, Kenny Omega will return in Winnipeg on Wednesday. The draft wasn't silly. It was just a little bit lackluster. And it wasn't terrible. It just lacked something. It needed a little more of a pop, a little more of a bigger moment. So, yeah, I mean, again, it wasn't the best. I mean, it is what it is. It's a kayfabe draft. It wasn't the worst one ever. It just wasn't great. Heel Sue, let's go. Who cares? Look, it'll tell you what kind of show is being put on when my question to the people is Sue going to turn heel tonight? Think about it. Think about it. Oh. Tony gets out of the Queen Slayer by just dropping on her back. Dun, dun, dun. When does GYV wrestle? Oh, it went black and white. Why it randomly went black and white during the hip thrust? That was odd. Pile driver. And Anna Jay is done like dinner, folks. Sure. Sue runs over. Everybody just comes in smoking. That's why the fight is in the parking lot. Sue takes everybody out tonight, Daniel. I think they should take the minivan and put like flames on it. The whole front end just flamed out. Pimp the hell out of Sue's ride. I think she will turn heel. Hilarious. Big booty chins. Oh. Will we hear from Swerve Strickland this Wednesday on Dynamite? Apparently, like the way it was explained to me, or the way I thought it was, guys, is that Wednesday would reveal a new challenger. But we had Claudio come out tonight. So will he face Claudio on Wednesday? I don't know if that's been announced or talked about. Smoking Donuts Sue. There you go. 4-0, 1-0. We need Sue on a pole match. We're that close. We are that close. We might have a Tony Khan on a pole match coming up. Casey, I love it. I love it. I love it. As they are selling us on up next, the parking lot showdown between the best friends. Oh, and look, OC brought Chucky a puppy. Odd. I don't want you to interfere, says Chucky. Maybe we'll get a heel turn from OC. No, I don't believe that at all. We need a Sue on a pole match, like I said, almost. What the fuck are these socks? I have no idea. She runs over Chuck's foot with the van. Yeah, I'm telling you, watch out for Sue. She's dangerous. MTF. I still think it means my family tree. Am I crazy? MFT. Does that mean introduce Tama to my mom? What? Chris, tonight. All right. 2 nights the night. You ever seen Tama Tonga cut a promo in New Japan? Definitely don't take him home to mother. There you go. No, not at all. Be very careful, folks. Dangerous. He's a dangerous man. When are the Leafs going to score? James, soon would be fucking wonderful. I'm hoping for soon. Because right now, yeah, down 2. And this is a huge game. Trilogy of Terror on MET right now. Okay, thank you, Just Joe. There you go. More intimidating the Young Bucks. That's hilarious. I'm interested in seeing how Chuck Taylor's wrestling skills will be going solo. Has anyone seen Chuck wrestle a single match? Chuck, I don't even recall the last time Chuck was involved in a match. We've seen him wrestle as a tag team. I can't recall the last time I ever saw a singles match by him. Yeah, I'm with you, Howard. How do we know? I have no idea. Again, I mean, I feel like we just jumped. Like Trent turns great, and then instantly into a parking lot brawl. Like, I don't know. I have no idea why they couldn't just have a wrestling match. Trilogy got that one. Tony is going a full Abrams in a few. Yeah, it's not good. TK announced Adam Copeland versus one of the House of Black members Wednesday on Dynamite. So maybe Copeland and Buddy Murphy. Maybe. MFT means micro four thirds in photography. Okay. That's helping not. DJ says, why should I care about the parking lot match? I hope the dog bites Chuck in the nuts. Well, all right. DJ's not going for the jugular, but yeah, definitely don't understand why it's a parking lot match. And I'm not saying it couldn't work to that, but just build a little. I mean, it just happened. We just got the turn. I've never seen Tama Tonga at all, so I'm excited. There you go. You should not be disappointed. And so far, I think the man looks like a complete badass. The man everyone hates in Marchand and your old pal JVR scored for Boston tonight. How are you feeling about that? Listen, I wish somebody would just grab Marchand by the throat and ragdoll him. And it hasn't happened. The man is a fucking menace. And I give him all the credit in the world. He's good at what he does. Pain in the ass. He's eating us alive. JVR, I mean, you can't be mad at that. But speaking of 3-letter acronyms, we got the Grizzled Young Vets coming out as they will take on the Acclaimed. I'm surprised at how under the radar this kind of is. Your team hasn't scored, and my team is up at halftime. We're down 0-3. Are we talking like 2 sports at the same time? Tama needs a Panasonic Olympus sponsor and then start smacking people around with cameras. There you go. At least have as much offense as the Blue Jays this weekend. Slim and none. It's not over yet, Mike. And I know the Blue Jays, swinging at air the last couple days. So, figure I got just about everything I can crossed. As here, we got a wrap. Feels good to be back here at Dailies. Now, there was rumors that Max Caster is now suspended for his last for his Dynasty freestyle. Again, another thing that was just kind of in poor taste. Like, it was just, you're funny, you're being clever, and you just one step too far, bud. I'm not against gimmick matches, but they do them way too much. They do them. They do them way too much. You're not wrong at all, Daniel. And again, it's because there's not, like, as a fan, I want the build. I want, why are they going to this point? They tried to have a normal match, didn't work. They tried to have another match, didn't work. Now, now it has to be a gimmick, right? Like, Trent, you cheated twice. This is the 3rd time, and we're going to do it in a parking lot. Like, that kind of shit. Simplistic shit. It's not even asking for big giant angles, especially for the undercard talent. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is, but I think that there's an opportunity to just build it up a little. Trent just turned, work it out, and then build to some type of gimmick match. It's just like, hey, we want to fight, but we don't want to do it normal. What do you got for us? But yeah, we're getting the ding, ding, ding right now between the Acclaimed and the Grizzled Young Vets. What's your thoughts on Jericho versus Sheba? Again, I hope the fans in AEW continue to tell Jericho exactly how they feel, Damian. I hope everyone continues to be vocal about wanting him to step away. The fans chanting retire. The whole storyline sucks. Him being the FTW champion sucks. Shibata's going to lose because of Big Bill. I kind of like Shibata's grown on me. He's a hell of a wrestler. And the phone thing, as silly as it is, kind of working for me. It's almost like Kane with the thing to his throat. I mean, fucking hell. But yeah, I think there's just enough of Jericho. I think the crowd's going to be quiet or miserable this whole match. And I think you knew that when you asked that, Damian. But yeah, I have no optimism. This is bad. The whole thing's been bad. Jericho is bad. Jericho needs to take a break, take a pause, catch his breath, leave us alone. Leave us alone for a little bit. Kiana James. Yeah, buddy. Let's go. I was extremely happy with Kiana James being scooped up. Big fan of Kiana James. I see bright future. I think she could be one of those heels that last a really long time. And I'm happy they did it. Good honor. Out of all the talent you had and all the names we debated that could be drafted out of NXT, I don't know if Kiana was that high on the list at all. And a bit of a surprise. Very happy to see it. Very curious what they do. A part of me wonders, hear me out, folks. Part of me wonders, could they put her with Chelsea Green? Lazy booking. Someone else's gimmick. Hey, J-Man, about to bounce you, so figure your life out, sir. Wasn't Max Caster recently suspended? Yeah, I guess. But I don't know. You never know with Caster because we've seen this before. Like he's put shit out on social media that I don't know if he was or wasn't. At minimum, you think the disciplinary committee of Daniel Bryan would at least fine him? Matthews has been irrelevant against the Bruins. Listen, the heartbreak of, I'm not going to go too deep in this. We can talk about this tomorrow on our members only chat. But the superstars go quiet when the games get intense. When the physicality picks up, the superstars, the guys that carry the team all year go quiet. And that can't be the case. Your best players have to be your best players. And right now, Boston's best players are outplaying Toronto's best players. And I've been watching this for, the better part of a few decades. Fucking sucks. I'm not a fan of the Acclaim, never really was, but it's amazing how quickly and badly Khan cooled them off when he was pushing them so hard for so long. Daniel, I like the Acclaimed. I thought they really had, caught fire. They were cooking. We saw it with Wardlow. We've seen it with Eddie. Yeah, the trios thing did nothing for them. I like Billy, but I thought it would have probably been better if Billy decided to hang out with his kids and maybe went a bit heelish. Could have worked better. But yeah, the whole thing with fumbling the titles, the Young Bucks not wanting to drop the titles to FTR, and then it kind of getting hot potatoed for a little bit, it didn't help anybody. And then, yeah, they've completely cooled off. Don't really look forward. Like when Max comes out now, I'm not like, oh, we got to hear this. It's like, eh. So it's unfortunate because I think there's talent there. Wasn't Max Caster recently suspended? I don't know. There again, he did get the game winner. And like I said, I didn't really specifically address that, but your big stars have to be your big stars, right? We just got Nylander back for this game, and Marner's been quiet. We need more. You need more. We need a game breaker here. 3 minutes left in the second. The Acclaimed for the win. I gotta say, my work here is done. There you go, Daniel. Given my secret smoothie. I bet money tonight. Lakers over Denver. They will not let overrated crybaby LeBron get swept. They're up at half. All right. Good luck, sir. As folks, we are in picture right now. The Grizzled Young Vets are still taking on the Acclaimed. I will remind everybody we have a members-only live stream tomorrow. It's going to be a fun one. If you're not a member, become a member. We're all going to hang out and jump into just kind of a unscripted, free-flowing, fun Q&A with myself and Big Nick tomorrow. So be there for that. Then we're back Monday night for Raw all through the week, heading right into Backlash. It will be Brunch with the Boys next Saturday, going live at 11:30 a.m. And it's going to be a fun afternoon. Live from France, we will see what Backlash has for us on Saturday, folks. But with that all being said, we got Collision. We still have Rampage to come. I hope the 110 people with us right now are having a good time. If you haven't clicked that like, please do so. If you haven't clicked any of those little reaction buttons, click those reactions. The algorithm loves it. It helps the channel. So we appreciate everybody for being here tonight. Big Nick will be back momentarily. And again, we got all your live reaction to all the action. Rio looks tougher than Jack Perry. Facts. They have to turn on Billy, turn heel, get rid of the music. Yeah, change it up. I liked when they were doing the music videos. When they were heelish and they were doing the stupid music videos about Darby and shit. Those actually got over with me. Caster does nothing for me. I do like Anthony Bowens. Fair enough. Pardon me. Thanks, KJ. Laker Nation needs all the luck we can get. Yeah, they're toast though, bud. The rumors was that Max got suspended for saying stuff about his 100%. Definitely 100%. We said it during the pre-show of like, you know what, you're in the pre-show, it's early. Then somebody, don't be so sensitive. Nah, it's just time and place, man. Like, we don't shy away from the off-color language at times. Oh wow, big tope. All men down on the outside, folks. But yeah, I mean, again, just time and place, knowing your audience, read the room. And it was a bit much. It was a terrible way to kind of start the show. Not like it took over anything, but it just, it was a silly move. It's wrestling, so I had to say it. There you go. GYV for the win. Gee, thanks. Jeff, yeah, my bad. Jeff Jarrett got a claim over, unlike Jarrett all the show. Jarrett steal the show. Got it. Took me a second. I had to decipher. It's like bumper stumpers. Who you pick in for bare knuckles tonight? Mike Perry or Tiago? Tiago sounds like he's swinging unbroken. Let's go. When will AEW wake up before they fold? Craig, I mean, again, it's this ongoing philosophical debate in the wrestling world of like, when does Tony Khan become aware of who and what he is and how it's rolling? And now, if he genuinely feels the way he conveys publicly, I don't think it's ever going to change. And as long as he feels like there's money in the bank and he feels confident with it, it's going to continue as we get a hot tag and Bowden's firing up. But yeah, I mean, again, this could, I don't want them to fold, guys. I really don't. I know we say that all the time, but again, we need the competition. It makes the companies better. It keeps you more honest. Big Fameasser. Speaking of a Fameasser.
Speaking of Big Fameasser.
Fuck.
That's right. But yeah, no, AEW is going to go until the wheels fall off here, until there ain't a penny in that bank account. And for good or for worse, they have done a lot of good in pro wrestling. They have been the alternative. They have gotten a lot of exposure to talent who wouldn't have had it. But at the same time, they present themselves much more. They are the emperor's new robes of pro wrestling.
I love that one. Quick question. I tried an alternate stream. Where are you at right now?
I right now have Bowens going toe to toe. I've got Snap.
I got the finisher.
Big me. I don't.
All right. So you let me know when you get the 2 count.
Okay.
The finisher is coming up, so I got ahead of you with the plan B. But I can always get ahead, gentlemen.
So think ahead with the plan B.
Are they still free agents? As far as I know, there's been no announcement about them permanently being a part.
Oh, I have the coast to coast set up suspended drop kick, 2 count.
Oh, are you ahead of me?
I don't know.
I got. What is happening? Caster gets dumped out on the stage. They knock the lights down. Knock the lights off the stage.
Right now, I've
Bowens,
got
number
Bowens
2 to 1.
worked over in the center of the ring here.
So you're slightly ahead of me. Bowens with a big boot. Standing switch. Snapmare.
Oh, have you got
Punt.
do you have Daddy Ass getting involved in the ring?
Pause.
Yeah, big pause, but yeah, let me know when you get there. When he starts taking off the tank top.
Oh, what a move in the corner. I'm just getting the coast to coast now.
Oh, again, so I'll take being ahead versus being behind. Pause.
You heard it here first, folks. I got a 2 count. All right, catching up. I'll let you know. Yeah. How do you get behind us, KJ? I went to an alternative, and apparently it's much slower than the one that's ahead, but I'd rather...
We are the alternative of the alternative.
Right. TK lives in his own bubble, and it's his own dynasty. He only brought in 474K. He won't change his ways because he's still having fun. 100%. Okay, so I got the tank top.
Can't be a heel because he doesn't like actually get
tank tops off. Billy's on the apron.
Yep. Oh,
and there we go. Down goes one.
James Drake dumped on the outside.
Yeah. Super kick.
There we go.
Super kick.
Yeah, so we're like perfect in simpatico here.
I think we are. I agree, sir.
When two become one.
Right. And they call it. Big win for the Acclaimed.
Yeah. And anyone that was wondering if GYV has signed, I can tell you pretty wholeheartedly, fuck no with that. Because they're not losing if they just sign.
This feels like a pit stop. So we'll see if that changes. But WWE Raw is coming up on Monday. No, we canceled it, Richard. Sorry, we're canceling all the shows. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Monday. We canceled Monday, not the show, but Monday is canceled
as a whole. Absolutely, we just don't acknowledge it anymore. If we don't acknowledge it, it goes away.
Right. So now I'm getting a commercial for Dynamite, and guess what's on the commercial? Tony Khan getting fucked. 3-0. Boston, yeah, I know. Boston just buried another one. It's not looking good. Black Taurus match ruined the whole show. Oh, fuck. Way to go, Taurus.
But if you're relying on that's the fucking maker, then you already don't have a great show. As I see, by the way, about 100 and almost 20 people kicking around with us. So let's see if we can get that to 150.
Let's go. Welcome. If you haven't hit like or subscribe yet, make sure you do so.
Right.
We are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anyone else out there.
And we're despite being honest about things, we're unbiased. 5-0 Smooth T saying, remember back in 90s, AW is WCW with WWE same time reunion. It's almost like if someone had been on this channel for like a couple years now, I feel like everything that's been saying well before everybody else said that this was WCW. Who would have thought such a thing?
Right. Dude, I mean, again, it's a drum that's been beaten long and hard. Pause. But again, I just feel like with every passing week, I'm like, it's just getting deeper and deeper. Like, it's the craziest shit. Like, I'm waiting for Billionaire Ted to show up.
But it's so weird because now with the age of social media, if you have a certain fan base that'll come out there and sit there and vehemently try and tell you how you're wrong, of like, you didn't see what I saw type of shit. It's like, no, you don't live in the reality that I live in, I guess.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same. Claudio taking 2 L's in a row. Yeah. Yeah.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah. You'll be okay. DJ says, my first show, guys. Had a great time. Subscribe. Thank you, DJ. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the For Lifeies. And yeah, be a friend. Tell a friend.
Absolutely. And again, make sure you become a member. So that's why, tomorrow when we're here for our first ever members only stream, you make sure you can sit here and just chat it up.
Mm-hmm. Unbroken catching up. Black Taurus took on Ray Phoenix tonight and is a member of the AEW roster.
Well, yeah, he's now just like monstrous, whatever the fuck, or whatever name that they gave him and everything.
Do you not just put him with Roosh? Let him be like Roosh's heavy.
You
like
have to do something, but that's the thing is you're putting an anchor with an anchor. Like, you have to do something with Roosh. Like, none of this has been good.
Right? We're all sinking. It's not good. It's not good.
Exactly.
Easy boy.
We're getting a replay of 2 weeks ago, sending up the initial Hook and Jericho confrontation, and what the fuck? We've got Shibata with just the wrestler t-shirt.
His phone gimmick's working for me a little, though. I'm gonna be real. The phone gimmick's starting to work for me. It's like Kane with the hello, everybody.
Oh my god.
Wednesday, I will chop down the learning tree.
If I don't win this match, I will set myself on fire.
Right? We got Shibata Hawkins here. Right? No?
Error. Bro, why the...
Wait,
why is Daniel Garcia here? Babyface on babyface, and just...
No, but Garcia's offering his assistance.
Daniel Garcia is fucking what's his name there from fucking Hank Hill, or from King of the Hill, before he fucking gets weight and gains weight and everything like that, because he's out here with the fucking Daniel Garcia shirt with the fucking moms out there washing his car and everything like that. Just what the fuck? Bill Dotrieve. He's Bill Dotrieve.
What?
Lazy Susan.
Claudio's coming back out.
Yep, that's a thing to follow.
What? What, Bobby? Oh.
Well, what if someone doesn't like tribalism? Well, we ask them to. What if someone doesn't like Dave Meltzer? We will politely ask them to leave.
3-0 KJ, past the time. It's hurting. It's hurting my stomach. Claudio's awful. I disagree. I like Claudio. He just has to be in the right place. He's a phenomenal wrestler.
Is Claudio Castagnola higher than where he was in WWE when he left WWE?
On the depth chart and how he's used in AEW, yes. Mm-hmm. He is highlighted more. I feel like he has better like, I know, listen, let's not critique what he's actually involved in, but he's prominent, consistently prominent, hanging around with like Danielson and Moxley, two of your biggest guys as well. I didn't know we were getting Swerve Claudio tonight.
No. Well, so out of the two surprise matches that we got this week, or especially within the past couple of days, are you happier with Cody versus Carmelo or Swerve versus Claudio?
I'm leaning towards Cody, and I haven't seen this one yet. Cody Carmelo. Nothing wrong with that booking. I like it. I like this one too. Like, I mean, again, an impromptu match. Here's my issue. Are we just going to book your champion in random matches? Like, this is too much. You're going to burn your champion out. People are going to get tired of him super quick.
Does Swerve Strickland feel special as an AEW World Champion right now?
Unfortunately not, but he's a really good wrestler and a really good talent if done properly.
And again, that's gonna fall on Swerve. It's gonna be he didn't get the belt over, or oh well, he didn't do this or whatever.
Yeah.
So when they drop the title or they change it over in 4 months because Tony got another flash in the pan or what have you, it's gonna be more people shaming Swerve for his title run than the way he was booked, which the way he's been booked is solely to blame.
Right. Claudio's floating. But I feel like he was floating in the dub, and he was basically a gatekeeper guy, took more L's than wins near the end there. Outside of, I mean, if you could bring back the bar, I'd be fucking thrilled. But I think that Claudio got lost in that like kind of shuffle with Vince, and here's Claudio. He's going to have a really good 8-minute match.
If Claudio was in WWE currently, would he not be higher on the card
I
and
think
more
so.
prominent than he is right now?
I think that would be a possibility for sure. 100%.
Right.
And I mean, in fairness, he did get a shot at Roman. It wasn't a very strong one, but he did get one.
Swerve's gotten a push as champion, albeit not a strong one, but he's gotten a push. Yeah, you shouldn't have. We've already talked about this. You shouldn't have had him wrestle at all this week. He comes out, he has a video package, he sits there and hypes up that he won the title, and maybe at most you have someone comes out, calls him out, interrupts it, would have you start to sell that discontent and everything. Versus this is going to be his second match. Swerve Strickland has had 2 matches in the same week of becoming champion than Cody Rhodes has had since he won it at WrestleMania.
Now, some people would argue, though, see, our champion's better than your champion. Ours actually wrestles.
One is presented in an entirely different fold than the other. Like, cool, that's great. He wrestles all the matches, but how well is he presented? Is he presented just as equal as the people he wrestles the matches with? Then he ain't your fucking champion. That's the issue.
Yeah, no, definitely to an extent, as the belt is on the line. So Fletcher had to do an eliminator, and because this is an open challenge, Claudio gets a straight shot. It's just details, little one. But I'm excited for this match.
I'm excited for this match, but the details, the devil's in the details, and it's so fitting that Tony Khan books a whole devil gimmick, but can't figure out the devil's in the details because you're fucking all the details up here. Like, again, I'll stand by. Swerve Strickland should not have had a match at all on any programming this week. Even if you want to sit there and run back a Celebration Part 2 Electro Boogaloo, that's it. You don't have him wrestle anything. You have this just be nothing but a celebration for him this week. And you build him up and you put him on a prominent pedestal as your world champion versus what does he say? He's a workhorse champion now. He's just, instantly right out of the gate, I'm going to just wrestle all the time.
Yeah.
Cool. But then you got to have challengers that can go against him, and you don't.
Well, and again, it just don't. And then, as much as it sounds like complaining, like, and I know the counter argument, and I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit, but is always going to be the idea that, well, you can't complain that the champion's wrestling too much. No, we're trying to help you, like save you from you, because if you keep this pace, by the end of the month, by the end of May, people are going to be like, oh, can't wait for him to drop this belt. And that's it. And I think it's going to, I've said it for a long time. This is leading to a payoff with Ospreay at Wembley, and Swerve might just be a transitional champion. So maybe they just burn him out quick.
But see, you could build, even if you were going to do that, you could build way better than this. Like, that's the thing. If you're building to Ospreay versus, Swerve at all in, none of this is helping that. That's the thing. Is you could do this 10 times over and 10 times better, just with simple adjustments.
Right. His next match, Keith Lee.
Keith Lee needs to show up.
Right. What did Richie say? KJ said it. Watch what they do with Swerve. I don't trust it. I think that's what I've heard from a lot. And I said this last night, Nick. I went out of my way to find a lot of people who were talking about AEW that are been traditionally very biased or favorable, put it that way, towards AEW, and a lot of them, it's a sentiment. It's almost like being a Leafs fan or a Buffalo Bills fan of, we don't trust the people in charge with what you're doing. We don't trust you. This sounds like it's going to be good, but I don't trust it.
Yeah, I don't trust it until you deliver, but this is already looking bad out the gate, though. This is like, and I'm all the way for Swerve. This is not taking away anything from him being champion, but you need to really push him as he's your champion. Like the momentum and the push and everything of Swerve post winning the championship feels different than any other person that's won the championship in AEW, and that's where I get concerned.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, 100%. And again, it's just concern at the end of the day. Even what Revo's got for us here with Swerve's first 2 matches with a jobber who push him. How does that? How does your champion have 2 matches with possible effects on his championship in 1 week? And that's part of my concern is if this guy is like Cody had a good match with Carmelo, but Cody was the guy in that match. Carmelo got some offense in, but the champ's the champ, and that's, you're getting pushed to the limits every time you're in the ring. Are you that much better than everybody else? Like, are you not supposed to be the top of the top of the mountain?
Bro, you had Kenny Omega, the AW guy to end all AW guys out there being up and saying Roman Reigns slander in my chat and everything like that because he's bigging up about how Roman has been presented of he's the champion that has big matches on the pay-per-views and everything like that. And even said he got presented and is being presented how I was in New Japan and everything. Yep. So why the fuck are we continuing to not do that with AEW? Like, you literally have people in your company that have been presented better as champions and know how to do this and how to present a champion. Why the fuck are we not doing it?
Right. Big cross body by Swerve, by the way, folks. And like we said, I mean, the match is going on. I hate to look at gift horse in the mouth, Nick, but the match is decent. I mean, 2 pros, 2 solid wrestlers. Great kind of impromptu main event for Collision tonight.
That's fine. I'll put a neck brace in a headlock. If you don't want to look a give horse in the mouth, I'll put a neck brace in a headlock.
Right. There you go. What did you say? Smart ass. There you go. But yeah, Claudio down on the floor. Swerve still in the ring.
Right. But so you've already had a title eliminator and a title match within the same, like the following week that he won the belt.
So you wonder if like Kyle Fletcher's like, oh man, if he would have asked me, I would have got a title shot. But I asked him, so
I was 2 days late on that open challenge.
Then like, oh shit.
But it's just why is your world champion having an open challenge?
I don't love it. And I know there's I know what the other side of the argument is going to say. And I'm like, okay, fine. But then don't do the Fletcher match. Let everyone know and then advertise. Why would you not advertise this hard on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday? Because they didn't talk about Swerve on Wednesday at all. I mean, as far as his collision. Again, it's you got to be following us on social media or you're going to miss out. And that's not necessarily great for your product. But at the end of the day, if Swerve, you put it, Swerve, the new world champion, is going to Collision and putting out an open challenge, and you advertise for 4 days.
Absolutely. But then again, that's when you take your Dynamite and you get over your new world champion and you make it a big fucking deal. And then you get everybody to tune in and click into Collision.
Yeah.
Amazing. How if you actually put some fucking forethought into anything, how it works out like that.
Absolutely right. Claudio all over our buddy, by the way.
Yeah, Claudio just celebrating us. I'm waiting for us to go to a commercial break here. Yep, well, we're in picture now.
Yes, we are.
But again, is it interesting though that not only have you had your world champion in 2 back-to-back kind of matches that revolve around his championship, but he hasn't looked the strongest in both matches either. Like, it's not like he's walking through people or anything. It's one of those of half the time he's having to work from on a thunder. It's like, you just won the belt.
Yeah. And I'm not saying you can't go 6 or 7 minutes, a solid 8-minute match. I'll give you that. I mean, again, we saw it last night, how the champion makes a kid look good, but convincingly beats him.
Right. Well, you go with the penalty box. Jesus saying, good evening, y'all. Did I miss anything good? Us? Yes. Collision, not so much.
Not really. Not really, no. And again, when you talk about, well, it's going to be a big collision because we got this lead in from the NBA, then make it count, Tony.
Again, I fucking, that's a personal gripe with me. I fucking hate that so much. Go ahead.
No, sorry, I just got a random light bulb in the middle of your sentence. But did we get the medical update on Tony yet?
Not that I'm aware of.
Are we going to put that on in the after?
Again,
I didn't say
bullshit story has to take place over the fucking world title story. But
that's facts. I just noticed that, James.
What?
Back to you. Sorry, James distracted me with some Leafs news.
That's why you distracted me. So, but no, of the need the NBA lead in and everything. No, goddamn it, quit using a fucking crutch of what leads you into your show and what you can try and carry on versus what you've built. Goddamn it! Like, we even talked about this, and going back to Dynasty, I said it and I stand by it. I still love and thought that Ospreay versus Danielson match was amazing. AEW did nothing as far as it came to involvement into why that match was amazing outside of they signed both wrestlers. Outside of they were both under the same roof at the same time. They did nothing to build that up. And that's the thing, is if you're going to carry over from ratings from NBA and everything, you did nothing to earn that. You did nothing to build to that. You just fell into it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was a great booking decision, but again, we just need a little more depth, and the numbers are continuing to reflect that. As we're back to the match and super kick by Swerve.
Give me a reason why I turn off the NBA game to turn on to this shit instead of vice versa. If I just sit there and forgot that my fucking remote, that I was still watching the NBA game and it just carried over into this shit. Give me a reason to click over instead of stay with it.
Right.
Fuck.
Just about all of the AEW champions have open challenge matches.
Oh,
their champs and their belts mean nothing because they're constantly on TV, barely winning in nothing matches. You're not. Again,
there's no story built. There's no story built.
Oh, Swerve giving us a little.
Hitting us with the gritty. Well, Claudio out here hitting with the stiffy instead of the gritty. This man, fucking the Tin Man out here.
And then Claudio, I love it. Claudio can do it.
Let me know when you get the 2 count.
1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I will say this. It hasn't been a total train wreck, though. It's one of their better collisions recently. I mean, again, especially with this main event, you're like, all right. But yeah, there's a lot of holes. But again, it hasn't been great. Hasn't been awful.
It's been the most indifferent. That's the thing, is it's just indifference. Like, it's not great or good. It's just indifference.
Yeah, and reports are that Drew McIntyre, everybody blowing up the chat with Drew McIntyre re-signing. So,
what is no shit, Sherlock?
There you go. Everyone's on I guess.
How do you do it, Watson? Like, how do you do it, Holmes? Yeah, like, for fuck's sake, where was he gonna go? He was gonna take on Taurus and the main event of Collision. The fuck are we gonna do with Drew McIntyre on AEW?
Right. This is All Elite wrestling is all about the elite VP's egos. That's a big part of it. It's not all of it. There's some other egos that are in the way. There's a big old ego pie, and there's a few shares going around. Oh, nice.
Whoa. AEW is TNA with bigger budget and better talent. And I say that respectfully.
Oh!
Or well-known talent, I'll say that.
Wow. Sorry, Nick.
Swear with the senton
off the stick. Yeah, man. People, for clarity purposes, I just want to mention that re-sign.
Yes. Grammar.
That's funny as hell. The Rock got Drew a new Angela. Okay. A new angle. Definitely not great.
1, 2 count.
I like the main event.
Why the fuck is this a competitive match though?
I'm okay with having a competitive match with Claudio. I'm just not okay with
it being a competitive match. Build to this instead of this being the first thing of the day. Sorry.
Shit. Damn. No, I'm okay with this match. Maybe not. Yes. Sorry.
Your voice went up 7 octaves, and you only know 5.
It's going a little hoarse over here.
No, that was My Little Pony instead of a little horse.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, so yeah, Leaf score. Swerve and Claudio still going. I don't mind this if this was the match we got instead of Fletcher, because Cesaro is a vet. Cesaro comes with a resume. Cesaro comes with more clout. So that being a little more of a back and forth, but your champion shouldn't be in this level of a match right now.
I'll give you it if you did it this upcoming week on Dynamite, and you had it to where Claudio was the one that interrupted the celebration and everything like that, and you build to it that way and everything.
Yeah.
This right now on a fucking Collision, why, who, when, where, what the fuck are we doing?
Right. Cody's match.
Like, who gets over here? Does Swerve get over because he beats Claudio, or does Claudio get over because he went toe to toe with Swerve?
That's a good. I mean, again, that's where you're left kind of, stuck thinking about of like, all right, so what is this? And if Claudio takes this guy to the limit, what if so and so wrestles him? Shouldn't he beat the shit out of Swerve?
That's the fucking thing with wrestling is you have to think 2 shows out, not this show. You have to think and extrapolate beyond where this goes down the road versus where you are in the road.
Right. What's the future for Jericho? Well, he's planted for quite a few years.
Retirement.
Yeah, no time soon.
Cruises.
He is planted in this show. We can't get rid of him.
His roots run too deep. We need to fucking completely get a Terminex guy out here to just completely uproot Jericho from this fucking programming. I've never heard, like I said, man's hit octaves he didn't even know he could.
I didn't know I could do that. Sounds like it just sat.
Whoa. And we're going swinging.
There you go. Remember, Jericho tapped out to this devastating move. Watch out, Nick.
But again, how much of a fucking jamoke do you make your fucking world champion look like, though? He's out here. This is the guy that just beat Samoa Joe, and he's out here. He's having 12-minute matches with Kyle Fletcher. He's having 20-minute matches with Claudio. What the fuck? You're supposed to make this guy look devastating, not fucking diminutive.
The champ just went for like 32 cycles. AEW is TNA with WCW's budget.
Facts. Fucking facts.
Well played. You get a star.
Facts. Like,
great
and I
match,
want
though.
this to do good, but it's the painful, crippling thing of like I can see every mistake just in bright colors of what you're doing wrong here.
Yeah, it's like it's like it's like hitting that black light. And you see all the glowing mistakes.
You see all the smart marks show up.
We go for a crossface. My God, Claudio looks like a wonderful world champion in this company.
I know, 100%. Are you waiting till we get Claudio versus Swerve at Double or Nothing? Because hey, guess what? You're gonna build to that there too, you fucks.
They're not gonna.
Sorry, I got angry. I got angry.
Downplay. You can take it. Oh yeah, Claudio. Well, we'll figure it out. KJ said he's going to F him over, just like MJF's title reign. Will Ospreay take it? Yeah, Ospreay at Wembley. At Wembley. 100%.
At the Royal Rumble.
At the Royal Rumble.
The Wembley Stadium. The Royal Rumble.
Making me sound like Cody Rhodes.
No, because you're not talking about a Wolex watch.
1, 2, and the champ barely kicks out. What heart, what fight, what vigor.
Whoa, he kicked out. Now I'm going to do that now. The Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble. We're gonna
Yeah, so we're about to hit the neutralizer on Swerve here. Oh, rolls out into a DDT. Does Swerve.
I want a Mike Tyson versus Cody Rhodes promo. It's not nice.
AEW is Wrestling Society X with WWE.
Yeah.
Shit.
I saw a lot of pictures going around of the CZW with Tony fucking implanted in CZW. Like, we're almost there.
My guy.
Whose house?
There's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse of wrestling.
Oh, shit.
He countered the stomp into an uppercut. Bro, like you said, they're making Claudio look like the greatest world champion out here. Oh, my God.
Claudio is cooking. What a fucking spot that was. They're making him look weak. Be specific, 1, 2, 3, kid.
I'm assuming Swerve, but yeah. There's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse of wrestling. I feel like they're Tony Khan, Eric Bischoff, Dixie Carter, and Vince Russo.
There you go. The horrifying Mount Rushmore.
the 4 horse bookers of the apocalypse.
At the end of the promo, I want to say now kiss.
Now kiss.
Cody Rhodes versus Mike Tyson versus Jack Swagger. We're just dragging them all in. All right. Poor guys.
Right. Watching Claudio versus some jabroni. That's the. I've been angry enough. I'm gonna just agree with this and not screaming in the microphone like I have.
Convey your anger in a constructive way.
That's hard for me. I'm out here of just put that Swerve down, put that Claudio down.
And here it is. Oh no, big knee. Oh, and no sells it. You ain't got shit, kid. Wow, another nice spot. He got the stomp this time. That was nice. Like I said, it's a great fucking match. I hate to be nitpicky.
But again, shouldn't this been a Double or Nothing match instead of a
should have been a Dynamite match.
Collision match?
It should have been your Dynamite match, not Kyle fucking Fletcher.
I don't want any Dynamite match this week. It should have been your Dynamite match this coming week, but yeah.
Yeah,
so
no, I agree with that.
After getting his ass beat from pillar to goddamn post, hits a double stomp and a fucking karate kick there. And gets the 1, 2, 3.
Nick Cornette, his other personality, would totally agree. Solid match.
I got more personalities than Tony Khan has wrestlers.
This Rampager collision. A little of column A, a little of column B. What?
I just agreed with you. I just said both.
TJ and Chris Jericho are no.
No.
Nah. We're better than that. Come on, Damien. We know better.
No one out here is wearing a neck brace, so we can't get away with saying that.
And I already said he's the Amber Heard.
My concept on a bee.
I'm telling you, I want his head superimposed on her testimony.
Bro, someone do a fucking edit of Tony Khan and CM Punk talking about the fucking brawling as Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
I want
this is where you made him fear for him fear for his life. Switch that in with Mega Pint. There you go.
There it is. Ah,
what?
No, not that. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I feel like Prince Nana's out here going to sell me a fucking Volkswagen Beetle that's going to turn into Bumblebee. He's the Bernie Mac of fucking pro wrestling. The fuck. Oh, why are you hugging?
Why is he pointing at Nana?
Who just instantly just hit the dance. You point at me, hit the dance.
I'm gonna throw you out of the Royal Rumble, Prince Nana. Like, what was that?
I'm coming for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Collision is going off the air. I will remind everybody, we still have 100 people on a Saturday night, so thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining us. We still have Rampage, which has a parking lot brawl and a really amazing women's match, I hope, that should not be on Rampage.
That's the biggest theme tonight, is you took Dynamite and just put it on the weekend, and you put the weekend and put it on Dynamite.
A little bit. The
Royal Rumble.
6 out of 10. I'm with Boston. I'll make this one easy because Rampage is starting. And we're starting with the parking lot brawl, Nick. We're in the parking lot.
Anyone ever played Def Jam Vendetta? Because this feels like Def Jam Vendetta.
Bust the bus now.
Right.
AEW presents Brace Yourself.
What a hood at.
Where's the Sue at is what I want to know.
Bro, this looks like two drunk fucking frat boys that are just like, we're going to fight in front of all the soccer mom fans here.
The thing is, I'm such a big fan of Trent Beretta, and I just think this shit is beneath him right now.
You can tell AEW doesn't have a car advertisement dealership or anything like that because they're all different brands here. We're just out in all of the fucking Subarus and sedans and SUVs, and someone's battery is going to get low here because we got the headlights going unnecessarily. Well, apparently Cager's headlight ran out there, but yeah. So we've got Chucky T, the awful waffle taking on Trent Beretta in a parking lot brawl. So let us know who you're taking.
Sorry, I wasn't. No, we got to move on from that.
No, go ahead. Come on. Bring it.
I tripped. Did they score again? Fuck no. Real glass. Cry me a river,
bro. Oh, cry me a river. Somewhere CM Punk's having a fucking fever dream of this shit right now. They're all rental cars. He's like, fucking stop doing it.
I almost feel like at times, again, and it could be completely.
Oh, a row is such a clatter, and Trent Beretta just splattered Chucky T's brain matter.
But yeah, no, I find it hilarious. Of like, Jungle Boy comes back, and all the things about the, you know what? Let's do a part. We'll show Punk. We're gonna book a parking lot match and fuck up a whole bunch of windshields.
Anyone looking at the cars to see if Sue's in there, to see if she I did it for the Trent.
That's what I said.
Just runs over him.
A completely pimped out minivan with the fucking flames coming up the side.
Fucking pimp your ride.
Yeah, pimp it. X in the passenger seat. Just,
I heard you like turning on your friends, so I made a turntable in the back of your van so you can turn all the tables on your friends.
Right. 7 out of 10. All right. I can't take 3 hours of AEW in movie time. I got to tap out. We're parking lot brawl 1, 2, 3 again. Is this real glass? Yeah, those are real cars.
Oh, and the one just so happens to have fucking drywall set up in the back of them.
Yeah. Oh, who put this here?
This just so happened to be. I did it for the trend. Yes.
All the rentals in the parking lot.
Oh, as Chucky T goes through the drywall.
That's not even a painful spot.
No, that's just like you fell backwards.
Cry me a river. Is Trent's
mom gonna gushing? How are you busted open? You fell on a back spot and you're now more busted open on your face? How? Physics, you fickle bitch. How does that work?
It happens when your face is in your ass, sir.
What is Tony Khan?
No, but that's it. Like, you know, the guy took a back bump and came out with a bleeding forehead. It's very odd.
Yeah, very. Oh,
a bloody match, no build, no reason. Somewhere Punk is flipping out over a rental cars. He's never going to be able to get a rental car.
He's going to start doing. CM Punk needs to start doing the Hertz commercials like Tom Brady.
Right, he should.
Guess what Hertz can do for you?
Yeah, and make sure you return your car in the condition you get it, folks.
Exactly.
That is real glass.
Could you? Fuck, that's so good.
Right.
As we're going, how do we go to picture-in-picture during a parking lot brawl?
A little inopportune. It is like this show is all about the elite. It's an interesting shift in AEW history because they've always been a big part of the company. But I would argue like Young Bucks had been very in and out. You know, Kenny's been on the shelf for a while. So they weren't very prominent. Now it's just this new shift and they are the focus.
Yeah, before it was subtle filleting. Now this is all filleting wrestling here. This is 100% a circle jerk and a half here.
Pause. Sing goodbye song to Prince Nana. Yeah, what happened there? Was Claudio threatening Nana, or just telling him?
I'm coming for you, Prince Nana.
Yeah, like I don't get it. 6 out of 10 Collision. Fair enough. What did you give Collision?
Oh, I gave it a different out of 10.
Indifferent.
I almost want to grade it as a collective whole.
Pause.
But if they're going to give it to us, excuse me, in like a 3-hour increment, I'll grade it on the collective 3-hour increment.
Okay, we're gonna go collective. Okay.
Do you want to split the two? I mean, if we want to split the two,
I already gave a rating.
They're both be like above average. Like
I already gave a rating.
5 to 6.
I already gave a rating, sir. I already gave a rating.
Well, I've got another drywall spot.
No, another forehead bleeding. Clearly.
Now, if I was just a casual viewer of Dynamite and everything, that man's fucking forearms gashed for no reason.
Oh,
into the tailgate. But yeah, what in this story has called for this level of escalation?
What's that?
I'm saying if I casually watched AEW and everything like that with Trent Beretta and Chucky T, who's been on the sidelines and everything, I feel like there's been nothing too much on TV outside of, unless I'm a religious viewer, that's called for this escalation.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. You're 100% right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's interesting booking, and I got no problem with how this match is turning out. It's just like we need a little more. But
we got light tubes.
Light tubes. All right. Happy Saturday night. Let's go.
Hey, at least Chucky T's got a pooper scooper, a giant pooper scooper, so he can shovel up all this bullshit that we've got going on right
now. No. I'm gonna put you in the penalty box. I swear to God. You can moderate yourself in the box.
You can moderate yourself out of that.
We got a door and somebody went through it. Knock, knock.
No doors. Dry walls so far. which has been the viewing pleasure of this dry walls.
Right.
Like, it's so, as Chucky T goes through the glass light tubes and everything again, he who sets it up must go through it. The
Yeah.
laws of wrestling. But again, think about it. This is stemming off of Dynasty, which had a what the fuck build, and you had Trent Beretta facing, Evan Bourne, and then you had OC in a random fucking ass match,
Yep.
which then even the Shane Taylor match before that with OC meant what the fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, why not do a parking lot brawl on your pay-per-view altogether?
Have that your goddamn pre-show. Folks, you better, hey, that's real guys. But yeah, have this as your fucking build-in of, make sure you tune in because this is going to be the fucking chaos, and just fucking build to it. The biggest build to this has been if you've been a religious viewer of Dynamite and know everything about the fucking best friends. Outside of that, why the fuck are they so mad at each other?
Is there usually a pin in a parking lot brawl? Is that how it brought? I think, I guess so. Right.
There are no rules, but this fucking white sedan, this white Chrysler sedan, ain't going back to no rental car any type of time.
But again, in a pay-per-view that lacked kind of like, you could have done Edge and Malachi Black, Adam Copeland, whatever. You could have done that. Didn't. You could have done this match as a payoff to, or because even if you're pole vaulting it, so he fights Chucky in a parking lot brawl at Dynasty, fights OC, in an orange juice match and fucking at Double or Nothing.
I'd even give you build it to a tag team match or whatever at Dynasty, and that's where Chucky T comes out, he gets involved, and then you get a weeks or so discourse between the two, and then you build to this match, and this is your main event on a Dynamite or whatever. I'll give you that even with this, but just the level of escalation with this has just been outlandish. I mean, I'm all the way here for it. Is Trent's just crimson mask with the low blow, about to hit a pile driver on top of the car.
Oh, both men down. Hang tight, Robert. We're not done yet. Sue could be here.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Oh, Trent going for the submission.
The ref had to open the door to sit there and climb up to the roof to sit there and tell him no, he hasn't tapped out.
Oh,
it's wait, over. No, he called it.
He's done. He passed out. We don't tap out. We pass out.
Tap out or blackout.
Yeah, and the AEW wrestlers choose blackout almost always.
Well, most of their program feels like it's on a blackout. So yeah,
we're getting you sick after chance. So Trent Beretta wins a bloody mess. Chuck T taps out on top of a car.
Hey, and guess what? You got the whole rest of Rampage to say, follow that, fuckers. Instead of that's your main event, it's so ass backwards.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
You got a wrench.
Oh, we got orange juice.
And stat.
Wait, oh shit.
He was supposed to smash his ankle, but he clearly just smashed the glass that happened to be around the ankle.
I didn't even know his foot was there. I was just like, oh, he broke a window. Why is...
Right. That's just out here being so weird about all of this.
Statlander heel turn. Let's go.
Oh, I figure that's coming down the road easy.
Trent to the Don Callis family.
Trent just walking off into the fucking Boweries of the fucking arena here. So he just lives there in the parking lot. Is that what we're doing?
I guess so. But now we go to Don Callis. That
From one fucking flaccid segment to another.
It's indie-rific. It's craptacular.
Right. It's a cornucopia of clusterfuck.
Yep. Da, da, da. Oh,
we clicked on the same thing at the same time. Got a feeling Chucky uses litter boxes.
Click your own person. No, I'm just kidding. So we are setting up Trent and that's funny, but setting up Trent and OC still. So what kind of match would the big payoff get? Like last man alive match, hands glued to pocket match. What where do we go with this?
Yeah, like I get if you're going to build that
Like,
to be
what do
your
you do?
final payoff, but it's one of those of you found the most convoluted fucking route to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan saying, "Where is Sue?"
No
Out
Sue.
there with a boot on her car. I don't know.
No Sue for you.
No Sue for you. Glass in the ankle. You hear that? That's real ankle.
That's real ankle. I like it. That was the funniest shit. I didn't even know his foot was there, and all of a sudden it was like, and I'm like, well, what? I had no
Somewhere
idea
Bill
how that
Goldberg's
happened.
like, see, this is why this is cheesy as hell. And Cage is gonna go and find Bill Goldberg for that answer here. Trent is talented, glad he turned heel. Yes, everybody involved in this is talented within their own right. It's just it's the most ass backwards, asinine, ass 8, ass 10 way of fucking storytelling with this. Of no shoe for you. Of you're putting carts before horses that haven't even entered the fucking stable here with this type of shit. Of you're playing the chapters out of order is what I feel with all of this. As I am in commercial break, so I will remind everybody we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. We just covered Collision. We're here for Rampage. We're just past 4.5K subscribers. The channel's blowing up like no other. We got the members only stream tomorrow. So make sure if you want to make sure that you can access that and, just talk about anything and everything with us, make sure you become a member before we leave here tonight. Absolutely. It's like seeing good actors on a bad show. Yeah, facts. It's like you ever go back and watch those random ass movies or catch a random ass movie on, whatever XYZ streaming service or, non-discriminate channel, whatever, and you're like, I never knew Liam Neeson was in this fucking movie. Or holy shit, Ryan Reynolds did this too. It's stuff like that of you're like, wow, like you got some really good guys here doing some really awful shit. Boston. I love Rampage. We're gonna have a Rampage W line of merch from Cage Hill. The Royal Wampo. I love Rampage. It's like Sophia Varga and Soul Play. Shit. Well, it's like a lot of people in Soul Plane. Let's be honest. Soul Plane was not a good movie. Yes, and Rampage. See, as much as people say I hate on Tony Storm, I'm out here quoting her lines and names for Rampage and Collision. And Crimea Sue. Matchmaker, make me a match. As I've got Kyle O'Reilly out here backstage right now, and bro, why does he always just now currently look like he's a fucking camp counselor? Like he looks like he's at like a youth retreat right now of, hey guys, you want to learn about the great world of pro wrestling and how it changes your life. Like he just looks like this youth counselor that's super energetic about anything and everything, even though his world's falling apart around him. Like, where do we go with Kyle O'Reilly here? We've already done the Undisputed Kingdom angle and instantly nipped that in the bud here. So he's just again left floating in the wind. Fucking blink, Kyle. Blink twice if you're in danger. Fuck. Like he's just sitting there staring at the screen. He looks so much like he's, fearing for his life. As I've got Thunder Rosa, Kill Bill Thunder Rosa coming out right now. And again, so we're about to get Thunder Rosa versus Deonna Purrazzo, which 100% should be a match, if not on a pay-per-view, should be a match on Dynamite. Instead, we're getting this at almost the 11 o'clock hour on a Saturday night on Rampage. Make it make sense. That's the thing. Like, we've got Serena Deeb that's more prevalent going after the title. We've got Anna Jay taking on Toni Storm and everything, but that gets more time and more prevalence than Deonna Purrazzo, one of your biggest signings that you had recently that everyone forgot about because we got Mercedes and we got Ospreay and et cetera, taking on Thunder Rosa, who still should be one of your top females in the division, especially Britt Baker's just sitting there on the sidelines. Yeah, this should be a pay-per-view quality match, if not at least a Dynamite top of the hour, if not main event caliber match. And it's on a throwaway Rampage. But let me know, folks, who you're taking right now, whether you're taking Deonna Purrazzo or you're taking Thunder Rosa. Who here wins this match and who wins and stakes their claim to go back at Thunder Rosa for Toni Storm for the title? What do you Unbroken apologizing to Mike for some reason? MDB saying Thunder Rosa. I feel like it's got to be Thunder. I really like Deonna. I think she's great. I think she's talented. I think everything that she has not had a good match in AEW since she's signed. If I'm her, I 100% regret leaving TNA to go to here because you have not been presented the same, nor have you had the same caliber of matches. You've had great challengers. You've had great competition. You took on Toni Storm. You're taking on Thunder Rosa. But none of her matches have been all that great. Like, her versus Jordynne Grace is way better than her versus Toni Storm. I will say that. Thunder Rosa better win. Thunder Rosa for the win. Well, here's, I guess, the Thunder to my Rosa, I guess.
I don't know if I don't know how this is gonna play out. I think we're gonna get a bit of a heel turn from Deonna, but I don't know.
Or are you down with the Virtuoso?
I do. I am. Yeah.
But so how do you feel about how Deonna's been since she signed with AEW?
Not well. She had, like, again, it's very similar, especially because the women division, like, again, I think it's an absolute crime that this match is not on Dynamite. Like, that they got this on a late Saturday night Rampage blows my mind, because this is where you highlight that amazing women's division you have, and instead you're highlighting an overpaid talent. I don't get it. I don't.
We have this on Rampage, and it's not the main event. We're still gonna get Big Bill sitting under the wisdom tree, the tree of wisdom, whatever the fuck. As so to come on the show here. So again, we have a match that I'm out here saying should be a pay-per-view match or Dynamite main event almost. Is not even the main event on a Rampage. But we care about the women's division. We put the women in all the big primetime spotlights, right? Right?
Right. Thunder. What's the main event of Rampage? I'm not even quite certain at this point.
It should have been fucking this. It was the only thing you advertised. If it wasn't this, it should have been the fucking parking lot brawl. Shit, I just forgot entirely we got the parking lot brawl. So you've had the two things that should have been your main event go on to start the show to carry over from Collision. So we're going to end this probably in a main event of Chris Jericho talking about his wisdom and vortex and wizardry.
That is bizarre to me.
Welcome to AEW.
Said it before. Purrazzo was like, Taya, yeah, and another lady that got chewed up and spit out by AEW went from being done right in TNA. Well, they even remember they botched Taya Valkyrie's debut because Jade was looking for a challenger, and they sent out a jobber instead of the actual person, and they would have got a big pop for a hometown girl, and didn't go well.
No. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, hey. KJ needs to go under Jericho's learning tree. Fuck that tree. I'd have that smoked in a minute.
Pass the Dutch on the left hand.
Get out of here. As I am in picture on this particular match.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, that stings. That stings.
But you know how you can get rid of that sting with dude wipes, as I've got a commercial right now for dude wipes.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Exactly. Hashtag try to be sponsored.
All right. Is this on till 12? No. God, no.
God help me. God help me.
No, we got to be close. I mean, maybe
Still
11:30.
to come, we still have
Oh God.
Shane Taylor Promotions taking on Daniel Garcia and Shibata on top of the so you're you're telling me you had Thunder Rosa and Deonna Purrazzo and a parking lot brawl, and you're probably going to main event it with Shibata and Garcia versus Shane Taylor Promotions? No disrespect to anyone in that match. That's not the main event out of what you've told me, what I've seen on the card, what's been here. That's not at all. That's, ending your 5-course meal with a fucking appetizer.
Yeah. Again, and it's because we want to see the women's division highlighted in a good way. And this match has been strong. I mean, I've enjoyed it to this point. I think it should be highlighted better in the fact that it is where it is. I mean, we still got lots to go on this show. Jesus, help me. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it could be better.
Yeah, well, maybe this is the last match I'm watching for real.
You're stuck with us, MDB. You better not go nowhere.
So, what do you think of Lindy Ruff back in Buffalo? That's a question for you.
Yeah, no, it's a nice move. It's a nice, going back to kind of the most success the Sabres have had. Bringing Lindy back, I think, is a good sentimental vibe for a team that hasn't had a whole lot of good feels. Buffalo sports in general, just not good vibes. It happens, bro.
Well, why does it sound like such an Abe Simpson thing of we're going to bring back the Lindy and the 23 Skidoo? We had Lindy as was the style at the time.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it's a good move.
So what is a dude wipe and what makes them so only men can use them? What do you wipe? Will women spontaneously combust if they touch them? I don't work for them.
Yeah, I mean that works with the same thing if a dude touches a feminine hygiene product.
Nope.
That's how it works, right? You can't touch the dude wipes. We can't touch your shit.
Jesus.
You touch that little foamy thing they use for like the dabbing on the makeup? Yeah, I know. All right, that's fair.
I think that's just if you're with a woman in the household and you touch their feminine shit, they will spontaneously combust into your face.
Pause.
All right. On that note, I'm gonna pause myself.
You go simmer down, sir.
I'm gonna go simmer and saute once my mouse decides to.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. He figured his mouse out, folks. But we are rolling along right now. I got Thunder Rosa in control of Deonna Purrazzo. Nice back and forth. I mean, it's been a solid match, as we anticipated it would be. I need these questions. I'm with you, bro. I need to know. Under the umbrella tree. Oh, and I got Vegas and Dallas on my other screen. Yeah, Boston. The Leafs, brutal. But Thunder Rosa getting another near fall. Hey, yo. Tony, the type that wants dessert from his veggies. Again, I mean, I know we make jokes, but it's literally if you just made some subtle changes, some better thought process going into some of your decision making, the product gets better. Big boot by Deonna. There's so many jokes I want to include in there, Boston, but I probably shouldn't at this point. Solid match. Thank you, Joe. I agree, man. It's one of the best matches with ladies matches I've had on AEW TV in a hot minute. We're getting a Serena Deeb match on Wednesday. I'm interested. Yeah, I kind of curious. I'm a big Serena Deeb fan. I see what they're trying to accomplish. Again, I'm hoping. I'm optimistic. It's not one of these like temporary make her look kind of cool to take an L and then go away again. Kyle O'Reilly will be in Winnipeg for Collision next Saturday. There you go. There you go. Dude wipes have a more masculine design. What does that even mean in a wipe? Like, I don't get it. You're cracking up, all right. Use a dude wipe if you're cracking up, bro. Mariah May and Serena Deeb Wednesday on Dynamite. Interesting match. I would argue both women kind of need a win. So a very interesting match. Serena picks up the W and goes after Tony. Interesting. Serena Deeb doesn't scream babyface to me, but we'll see. As long as you're amused, sir. Why did I click on that one? Glad to see actual women wrestling and not Sky Blue or Julia. It was funny. I was going to make that joke, Keyshawn. As right now, Thunder Rosa laid out. Bring back Maki Ito. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, roll through. 2 count. Goes the other way. Wow, the ref checking for the shoulders. Back the other way. Oh. Into the Fujiwara. Bring back Maki Ito. Good match. Great match. Oh, ends in a roll up though. Okay, okay. Thunder Rosa steals it from Deonna. Wow, folks. Wow. So Thunder Rosa with the W over Deonna, a really, really good match. And here comes the heel turn from Deonna, if anybody's curious. There you go. There you go. Deonna, sore loser. I want a rematch between these two ladies. Absolutely. This could and should be the top of your division. As Deonna just chucking Thunder. I like Sky and Julia. I bet you do, buddy. But for a completely different reason. And I don't think they're terrible at all. I think they have their upside, and I definitely think they got some potential. But again, you have talent like Deonna, Thunder Rosa, and I feel like at times they're not being highlighted in the way they should be. Is it too early to start chopping firewood? I know there's a lemming tree that needs to be chopped down. Corey, bro, I'm telling you. I just have like these horrible nightmare visions of like you put the wood on the fire and light it and it sings Jericho songs as it burns. Both women fighting on the stage, by the way. We got an Anna Jay match earlier. It was nice. Not bad. Yeah, actually. I like Anna Jay a lot. I think Anna Jay would be amazing in NXT. Just needs some training. As Deonna has some choice words and a couple fingers for Thunder Rosa. Deonna's a better heel. I agree. 100%. They're both extremely green and could use something like developmental program like Ring of Honor. Facts. That's it. You got this property in Ring of Honor that you could be utilizing to full extent, and you're not. So, yeah, you're not wrong at all, Boston. I mean, you have a lot of talent that fits that category, in my humble opinion. As we are getting a replay of your new #1 contender. Folks, how do you feel about Will Ospreay being the #1 contender for Roddy Strong's Intercontinental Championship? I know what I called it. The international title. Let me know. Let me know. How do you feel about it? A lot of debate online. Is Will Ospreay swinging too low? Does this make sense? Should Will not be involved in something more serious? As Roddy screams Will. Did anyone see Kevin Nash's rant about AEW and all the titles? Can't stand the dude, but I was cracking up. Every once in a while, and his podcast is so hard to listen to. No offense, Kev, but it's a slow grind some days. But yeah, every once in a while he just catches something. It was a pretty good rant, and he's got a lot of good points. Why does Rod Strong look like he stole the nose, mustache, and glasses? Good question. As here comes Big Bill. I feel like that's a new visuals for Bill. Maybe, I don't know. We don't see him very often. Deanna would have won if she had on. Anna Jay could be better than Fallon Henley with the right training. She could be better than a lot of wrestlers. I mean, Fallon. I mean, again, I think she's got a lot of potential. She's got an amazing look. I think there's a lot of talent. And Trevor Blackwell just got mugged by Big Bill, Big Boot. It's awesome. I was a little surprised he didn't, to be honest. All right, so Big Bill talking to the camera all over Blackwell. Oh, of course, there's Jericho watching on. Zion Quinn should debut under the tree. Long-term NXT stories. Yeah, maybe. What's awesome? Oh, wait. What was the question? Big Bill gets the 1 count, yanks the kid back up. Yeah, so you think it's awesome, eh? All right. Yeah, I never listened to it. It popped me on TikTok, and I was dying laughing. Right. Down goes the kid again. And pulls him up again. That's what he's looking at. Bill is dominating this child and looking at the camera saying, "You're going to teach me." Well, you look like you're doing pretty good. What is Jericho going to teach you about being 7 foot tall? Remember, you can't teach that. How the fuck is this the guy going under the learning tree? His shit can't be taught. What are we doing? Anybody? Somebody. These questions aren't rhetorical. So Big Bill, what's next for WWE, Ken? NXT. Ricky Starks has his bags packed. It's at the door. He can't wait to get on that fucking jet plane. And, Jericho just takes Big Bill from him. Fuck him. Teach me, learning tree. Wait, I'm confused. You can't teach that. But apparently you can. Apparently Jericho can. They teach me. You just beat the shit out of that guy without breaking a sweat. Ropes of rocks. Well, there you go, odds. Wednesday. Dynamite. So I'm getting a Dynamite commercial all focused around Swerve Strickland. They're very interesting. Ready to fight. So we're getting like a Swerve Strickland Dynamite package. That's not bad. Trying to make up for booking them like shit. Big Bill is taller than the learning tree and the giving tree. I don't even know what to say. Am I wrong? Like, what are we doing? Ricky under the bushes. Something tells me this leads to Khan hiring Enzo and telling Jericho he can't teach things, right? That's my point. The guy that can't be taught shit. Speaking of can't be taught.
Right. My name is Big Nick, and I got a mic saber for a cup of hate. And I talk shit like I'm 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that.
Right? Am I wrong? The guy
that
the guy that you can't teach that is under the learning tree, asking to be taught.
Because he's out there with a leech. That's the thing. You can't teach a leech, I guess. That's what Chris Jericho is. Of just how can he's going down the learning tree of who's the next person with some bit of momentum.
Is it what's that old saying, Nick? Those who can't leech teach.
Yeah. And those who can do, screw you.
Perhaps, right?
Well, and Ricky Starks is already on his way. You said it. My bags are packed. I'm ready to go. And so now you're going to leave Big Bill out there in the lurch. They've already almost seems like they've given up on Starks is gone. Where there's no saving him. There's no reconciling. There's no re-signing him. So what can we do with Big Bill? And this ain't it, dog. This ain't it.
Bill's like, can I leave too? They're like, no, we got you for another year. Here's Jericho. Shit.
Fuck.
Ricky is hurt. Yes. Ricky's gone.
He's so hurt until his contract runs up.
He was jumping up and down at WrestleMania pretty good.
He pulled his shoulder out cheering for everything happening when Cody won at WrestleMania.
TK signed Enzo Amore. Listen, Enzo, I'm shocked that TK hasn't, to be honest. Unless TK's scared of Enzo. Like, I don't know.
No, because, well, I mean, he might be. But
Yeah.
I think it's one of those, he'd expose a lot of people in that company that can't talk. Because you have someone like that. Like, Enzo may not, is far from being the greatest or the best or anything in the ring. But he's a guy that will sit there and walk you up and down verbally of, I will undress you on the microphone. And there's no one on that roster whose last name isn't Friedman that could challenge that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'd actually pop for Enzo and I've been saying it for years, MDB, whether it's WWE, AEW, if you could get your hands on that Enzo and Cass music and that little whoop, whoop, whatever the fucking
that's all you gotta do. You're soft, you're sloppy.
Oh my god, whatever building it is. I mean, the 2,000 at AEW would lose their mind. The 10,000 at WWE would blow the roof off. Like it would be. I think it works, but for whatever reason, Enzo never found his way back into the mix.
Bro, so our main event of Rampage
is Djibouti.
I almost feel like this might be, my bags are packed. I'm ready to go.
Why is Danny coming out right now?
Because this is a tag match. So your main
a tag match
on Collision or Rampage is Danny Garcia, Discount Disco Inferno, and Shibata.
Dude, sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
If Danny turns on Shibata and joins the learning tree, I will throw up live on the internet. Like, I'm just saying.
You have it with how much you watch this shit.
I'm nervous.
All that thrusting and gyration is like being on a fucking, roller coaster when you got motion sickness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we've got Shane Taylor Promotions. So Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty taking on Shibata and Daniel Garcia is your main event of Rampage, which also featured a parking lot brawl and Deonna Purrazzo versus Thunder Rosa. And tell me that there ain't shit wrong with AEW. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's back assward, man. Like it's fuck. Nothing against Shane Taylor, big fan.
And then Go just walks away. Like, bro, be out there, be the fucking heel, be the advantage, you fuck.
Get in there.
It's so, I'm sorry, but there's just so much of this shit that's point blank period obvious that to sit there and hear these people that argue against it, like, you can still like it, but to not deny that there's flaws, you're just out to pasture. You're out on a different plane of existence that I don't know if I could ever reach. Right.
I got a Spider-Man t-shirt from the Dollar Tree Dollar Tree today for $5. They owe you $4.
Right. What the fuck kind of math is that? Did you buy 5 of them?
Where do you think Von Wagner ends up? Geico commercials.
Shit. Yes. No, he turns heel and he goes progressive.
Sounds like USA all over again. Enzo and Cass gone a huge pop.
That's the double twist.
Right. Enzo in AEW will make Big Bill happy. Like, why is it like that? Like, Big Bill happy. Like,
Big Bill happy.
this is my favorite comment of the night.
No, they signed Von Wagner and they do the Spider-Man meme and Big Bill happy. Right. They just hug it out. I'm big, you're big too. You have big forehead, I have long hair.
I'm Vaughn, I'm Bill.
Nice to meet you.
This is my favorite comment of the night. Those kind of sums up the whole thing.
Yeah, respectfully, like
that sums up Nick's entire night here with Collision.
It's not that there's bad wrestling or whatever, but it's just there's nothing that's a call to arms, a call to action, or anything. That's the biggest thing that misses from AEW is a call to action, something that makes me want to fucking tune in.
Right. This makes me laugh, and well played by Bash 8. This is how the chat works together. KJ, you know Sammy G will join Jericho in the Dollar Tree faction. Dollar Tree it is. Anointed.
Absolutely.
Well played, chat, and Bash 8. Shane Taylor got motion sickness.
Fuck. I'm trying to come back from that.
Oh, there's
Anthony Gogo's Dramamine. Just goddamn, that's a good one. As now I've got Garcia taking it to Lee Moriarty.
Oh, I just got the neck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Corkscrew.
3 neck breakers.
I'm on 2.
Oh.
And counters the 3rd here. But again, folks, if you haven't given us your prediction, let us know. And let us know. And please, someone explain to me why this is the main event versus every other big match that we had on this card that should have been the main event.
Because they're going to think, and the argument is, okay, you're going on late. You start with your best and work your way down because less people are going to be awake for the good stuff. I'm just telling you.
I understand that. And I get it. I understand their reasoning behind it. But that's how you book when you know you can't book shit that's going to draw people in and you're having to ride coattails. That's been AEW is a coattail company. Point blank, period.
Did you say coattail?
Both. It's not a Pepsi tail, I can tell you that. That's for damn
somebody shit in the coats, Nick. Somebody shit in the coats. Who shit in the coats?
Right.
I would rather have Sami Callihan on AEW than Sammy Guevara. Sammy returned to TNA recently.
One hand shit in the coats in the other.
Shane Taylor looks like he missed. Anthony,
put some respect on Shane Taylor's name. I will not stand for this hateration and holleration for Shane Taylor out here. Oh, so Anthony Gogo's on commentary. Okay.
Yes. Though it does look like he's got a family of raccoons fighting in his
pants.
Of all the times I saw Garcia in Empire State Wrestling, I never got it. But I am glad he's getting Tony's money. You know what, Ken? It's a valid argument because, again, the kid is not a loss. I mean, there is a level of something there with Sammy. I just think, again, you get this billionaires paying you boatloads of money that you're not used to having, and you're doing all these crazy stunts, and you feel like you're at the top of the world. Again, it's a guy that I think would benefit from training, some developmental, understanding why he's doing the shit he's doing.
To an extent, I can't be mad at times at the talent because for a lot of people, this is the only opportunity, the first opportunity that they've got to be on a stage like this, so they don't know any better. And then the other people, like the Dollar Tree, Learning Tree, that this is the last beacon of hope. This is their last fucking string that they can pull on here, so they've got to cling on to that. So this is a lot of people that either this is their first opportunity or their last opportunity, and Tony Khan is none the wiser to be able to differentiate between anything.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, you popped over Dragon Tales.
No, MDB's killing me, Smalls. Fucking Smalls.
No, we've been over this. We've been over this discussion. We are a baby mama friendly,
100%
friendly channel.
Well, there you go. We are very, there's no way to get out of that politely. So we're just going to move on.
I tried to Tai Chi. Ho, 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 ho.
Right. That was an actual knee slapper. More like a thigh clapper, but whatever. I want Sammy Guevara and NXT.
Taylor's after dark name.
It's late. What are we gonna do? 3.5 hours deep. It's fucking late,
bro. Especially we're in the wee hours of the morning and the even further hours of give a fuck.
Festively plump. I like that.
I'm not fat. I'm festively plump.
Right. I always thought it was pleasantly plump.
It could be.
Maybe that's a Canadian thing. We're pleasant.
You're just always pleasant, so that's part of it. We're festive as fuck. Y'all are pleasant.
Yeah, we're just pleasant. Shane Taylor and Keith Lee form a team called Quickness and Thickness. That's adorable. But I love the idea of Shane and Keith being together. But that is Quickness and
Sticky lube.
Yeah, in the Dusty voice, that's where that was.
Thickness and quickness out here. It's hard times out here when you're thick around the hips, baby. It's hard times when you got them Sunday thighs.
As we are in picture, ladies and gentlemen.
And I do say with all due respect, sorry, Shane Taylor's a fucking menace, but yeah.
Shane Taylor's so good. I mean, he's a guy that could be so utilized on Dynamite as a prominent heel, really strong. Especially in a faction, he cuts good promos. Yeah, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. If they had Keith Lee's wife, could they be called Yim on a whim?
Yeah.
No, I think though the biggest thing, if we're gonna bring up Keith Lee, the biggest thing that's aged like fucking sour milk here, bask. Bask in his thickness.
That's the Mr. Every Night fucking theme song right there.
Whoa.
Pause.
Yeah, my guy. But the tweet about if what I'm hearing about Gunther is true, I feel sorry for whatever from Keith Lee. That's aged like fucking sour milk.
Right.
Out in the hot summer sun.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm getting the replay of the punch heard around the world. The microphone shot to the gut. Why didn't he punch him in the head?
Are we going to go a fucking blow by blow breakdown?
I was curious. It was an odd choice. Microphone to the belly was an interesting choice.
Bro, that's sub porn level acting of what he did. Like I've seen shit that's on a fucking Black and Orange website that has a little drum intro and shit like that has better acting than what fucking Tony Khan did out there and everything. Literally. Oh, you hit him in the stomach. And then people out there, well, that's the same way that Charlie Chaplin died. Well, guess what? Fucking Charlie Chaplin's been reincarnated with that dumb fuck.
Yep.
Sorry, it invokes a certain rage in me. The anger shark starts swimming in my brain.
The vitamins got me way too mellow to be. I'm just like, yeah, man, sounds good. You get them.
Why is Garcia sounding like, I need to live?
Jack Perry's going to win the title off Swerve Strickland. I did that just for Nick. I'm not going to lie, guys.
If that happens, and I'm saying this now,
yes,
I will not be here again on an AEW stream. That's it. I'm done. I'm over. I'm out. Time to pull the plug.
Right.
We're done off life support. The bank accounts run out. We can't keep this shit afloat.
Right.
Call me when MJF shows up. If he shows up, that'll be when I'm back.
Right. Big
Just
suplex.
fuck.
TK should have got juice. I'm in for that.
Could you, bro? No, he got juice just in his pants instead of on his face. Think about it.
Oh, I didn't need to. Oh, wait, Shibata kicking Shane in the face. The only time TK has ever seen his own blood was when I think Jack Perry will beat Edge for the TNT belt.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
That hurts, though. Come on.
That only hurts you because he's Canadian.
But he's also a fucking Hall of Famer. That come on.
He chose this path.
Yeah.
He knew what he signed up for. It was a bag of bullshit.
Double drop kicks. A Shane Taylor production getting their ass whooped tonight.
And not even like fight back, like competitive energy, anything. This is like, all right, so this is where you job now. This is fucking Johnny Cage with Goro in the first Mortal Kombat movie. If this is the part where you fall down now.
Yeah, no, 100%. Now we're getting a chop spot as he thrusts. Again, if you were just clicking through the channels and you opened it here, like this is the moment where, right? This is when like somebody walks in, catches you watching wrestling. You're like, I swear to God, it's good.
Bro, Daniel Garcia is the fucking party boy of pro wrestling, and it's more disturbing than over.
Well, that's where, I mean, again, you talk about like Jericho being like, well, look where Danny is since I worked with him. He figured out he could hip thrust, and people like
notice how he didn't mention Action Andretti. How about that? The one guy that he supposedly fucking put over.
There's a long list. There's a long list, and he thinks he's done so great.
Is there a longer list of guys that Jericho thinks he put over that he didn't, or a list that moves that Jericho thinks he can do that he didn't? Like the WCW list of 1,001 holes versus a guy I got over 1,001 people
following the bouncing ball on the do's and don'ts, and yeah, no. Listen, the list of people that he thinks he helped get over is putrid, and
bro,
it is. Oh,
fucking Shibata is literally unfazed getting punched. What is this?
That he's Frankenstein, bro.
Well, if he's Meltzer, he had his brain transplanted and all of this shit and everything. You don't remember that the Meltzer story when Shibata had the initial brain injury? Yeah, it's this shit. This is what the fuck.
Perhaps Tony's belly button talks to him, and Perry knows it. He's not Ava Raine.
No, he's out there. He's cartoning with I am Jennifer Lopez. He's got a hand puppet. That's the one that's really controlling AEW.
Shane Taylor keeps getting beat up by little dudes. That's every big dude in AEW right now.
Yeah, but wait, they're going to sign Sheamus, right? They're going to sign Drew, right? The fucking Jinder, if he shows up there, what the fuck are they going to do with him?
Double sleepers going on here. And Danny's just riding Shane's back. It looks like the cake topper's trying to choke out the cake. Like, it's such a fucking... Danny Garcia is so little on this man's back.
But you're telling me, though, this is your main event. This is the best wrestling you could put on right now is Shibata out there getting punched in the face, no selling it like it's nothing. And like you said, we've got the cake topper trying to choke out the cake right now here.
Well, there we go. We got a dub. Shibata and Danny Garcia. If there was any doubts, Shane Taylor production gets taken out pretty swiftly.
I stay up too late. But the player's gonna hey.
It literally took me a second for it to sink in. I was like, what? And then the song played in my head.
Shake it off. Yeah, we never got a medical update, a status, or if we did, I didn't miss it. Or I missed it, and I don't care enough.
Yeah, did anybody get a medical update from Tony?
Bro, a go-go, you were right there.
He's not happy at all.
Fucking get involved then, you. I can't say words because we're on YouTube.
Yeah, but I mean, again, the heels have an extra guy, and the dude just does commentary. He didn't help his team at all.
Yeah, the baby faces work over the heels easily. Like there was no real moment of danger. There was no holy shit, the heels might win this.
Right?
No, are we doing? Sorry.
Listen, serious question. Did we get an update on Tony's health? I missed it if it happened.
Well, speaking of things I want to miss, on Dynamite, we're getting Chris Jericho versus Shibata for the FTW Championship.
Yep. Shibata's going to chop down the tree. And fucking here's Garcia looking like Woody Woodpecker.
Bro, we're going to end a Rampage after 3 hours. After I had to watch and wait after fucking NBA basketball, we're going to end this with Daniel Garcia fucking thrusting in the center of their ring. And you wonder why one thing's taken professionally, others taken comically.
Legitimately, who looks like a bigger star right now, Daniel Garcia or Swerve Strickland? Look at the ending of the show. Dude's in the crowd. He's high-fiving.
How do you have this happen with your world champion, Tony Khan and Daniel Garcia, that you've had two hip thrusters and give-a-fuckers that have been sitting there main eventing your fucking shows that your world title, your world champion's been on, and has seemed an afterthought and irrelevant? What the flying fuck?
Right.
Sorry, blood pressure. Hi, calming down.
It's so easy, people. Just a little spark is all I need to throw that way. For
anger rising.
7.5 out of 10 says Robert Cortez. Interesting.
I'll take that for an us rating. I won't take that for a them rating.
I'm not taking that as an us rating. Are you kidding me?
I'll at least live with a 7.5.
I'll Jay and Silent Bob you and show up at your house for a 7.5. Where was Saray?
Are you I Heart Jericho 27?
Yeah, right.
Bro, I'm getting a replay of the fucking NBA game. Sorry.
And Nick's even mad at replays of NBA games.
Fuck everything tonight, apparently.
He's just mad at
there was a lot of good, and it was lost so much in the shuffle.
Listen, yeah, I mean, there was good in here. Really good women's match. Like, I'm a little torn because there was a good amount of quality product here. Shane, like, Swerve and Claudio was good. Kind of. Like, if you take all our criticisms of the reasoning and the wrestling psychology and
logic,
it just based on, like, here's a match, watch it as if we were trade tapers, right? Trade tapers. Tape traders. But imagine that. Like, I send you off and you got to watch this match. The match itself was pretty good. You just think Claudio's the champ.
Yeah, with that, I mean, if you were sending me this show as a tape trader and everything, I'm not following the be kind, please rewind fucking tactic on this. Of no, you get this, you fucking go back through this and tell me how this is fucking good. Right. But no, so Corey mentioning we did get halfway. This, I think, was the TK medical update.
That was it? That's over.
Tony can't travel, but he traveled to Detroit for the draft, and Canada is right there.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, we saw him all weekend. Like, it's viral that you were on the NFL draft in a neck brace. So, I mean, it seems silly that you couldn't go to Winnipeg.
And you would think, I mean, on one hand, you've got to continue the story, so maybe you sell him off it. But yeah, you can't not sell it in Winnipeg if you were just all over TV, all up in the videos. Tony Khan is the P. Diddy of pro wrestling. There, you want to compare Tony Khan? You want to sit there and compare people to this person and that person, everything? Tony Khan's the P. Diddy of pro wrestling. Sorry, not sorry.
I don't even know what to say to that. Yeah,
You want a dancer? You don't want an owner? That's all up in the videos, all up in the storylines, all up on the promotional shit. Come to
right. I mean, hell, if you want to throw stones, you're in trouble. But 10 out of 10, AEW is great background noise while listening to you guys. Love it, Keyshawn.
there we
Appreciate
go.
that.
And then I like MDB's vitamins got KJ in a chokehold.
That's why I
T
decided
Diddy.
to laugh at that. Let's go.
It's like
Tony,
the Boondock says, people in glass houses shouldn't sink ships.
No, yeah, right. T Diddy. Oh my God! Look what we started.
T Diddy,
dude. Tony Khan can't be morality police with the people he has had employed. Is Ric Flair still there? Is Callis still there? Are others still there? Is Jericho still there? You got to be careful when you start running your mouth.
You can't be NDA wrestling and sit there and try and talk shit about somebody else and everything like that. Like, we all get the Vince shit was deplorable, reprehensible, condemnable on all levels and everything like that. All of that. But yes, to sit there and to take a pot shot on a public platform as the owner, and I get intrusive thoughts sometimes leak out and everything, but you could tell he was waiting to get that fucking spot off because no one asked him to lead into that. He just kind of went with it. And even there, we're like, whoa, no. Let's maybe dial that back. And like people even said right there, I think you were one of the first people who even said, whether it was on the group chat or on our stream, or like, you got a shady track record, my guy. So maybe not poke where you can get poked back 10 times worse.
Yeah, again, it's just opening a fucking can of worms that you don't need to deal with. That you don't have to. Again, it's self-inflicted wounds. It's stupidity. It's playing in traffic. It's not being smart about your product, and you want to represent your product in a certain way. And when people see this kid, this overgrown kid, he's like fucking Tom Hanks and Big, like he's this overgrown kid where he's just running around, and everyone's like, the fuck is this guy doing?
I still say he's Will Ferrell or John C. Reilly and Step Brothers.
Both of them.
They're right. That's what he was. He was just, when they show up for the job interview and
we're here to fuck shit up
and shit like that. That's him, because that's the thing. Think about it. This man's in his 40s to early 50s and is out here acting like a guy who's in his late teens, early 20s.
Right.
And I don't mean that of, oh, he's so vibrant with youth and everything. No, you just say dumb shit.
6 out of 10, Rampage. Not bad. Is there anything interesting on Dynamite this Wednesday? There'll be a few things for sure, Damien. Of course, we're going to get Jericho. He's Chet Hanks.
Man, why you got to ruin big for me?
It's the first movie I ever saw in theaters, ever.
Oh, were you out there just trying to walk around the sidewalk there playing chopsticks? It's like the giant piano.
The minute I saw a piano for the rest of my life, that's the first thing I do. Like, look. He's Chet Hanks. Tony is the kid in the toy with Richard Pryor. Wow.
Old school.
It's pretty accurate, though. Serena Deeb is happening on Wednesday. Yes, Serena Deeb will be there on Wednesday as well. I'm sure there's going to be a few other things announced. We're going to find out who's going to take on Swerve again.
Yeah, well, we got also Kenneth Omega in Winnipeg.
Kenneth Omega. Well, I have a feeling Tony not being there is going to be tied into whatever we get with the Bucks. So we know we're going to get the Bucks. Maybe they all jump Kenny in Winnipeg.
Well, that's been what people have kind of thought, is that we're going to get, Kenny gets involved in this to an extent of we get, the all elite world order taking on, the Conventures here. Like, I'm waiting for Kenny gets jumped. We go back to then when Darby's healthy and he can't climb Mount Everest, so he just sits there and hangs in the rafters like Sting. This is again fucking WCW. Just instead of the NWO, this is the new blood taking on the fucking Billionaires Club.
A little. That's kind of an interesting way to put it, right?
I think it's the most accurate way to put it. If they think they're doing the NWO WCW shit, and instead you're doing the New Blood versus Billionaires Club. All I'm waiting for is fucking DDP to show up.
You're doing aces and eights, my guy.
Yup.
There you go. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will make a last call on the chat. We're back at it tomorrow for our members only live stream Q&A. So if you want this little random ditty to continue, just be a member.
No, not a random ditty. no ditties. Diddy didn't do that.
Fault. That is 100% your fault.
Diddy didn't do that.
That is 100% your fault. I'm going to the Royal Rumble.
No Royal Rumble.
WWE Raw is coming on Monday. Richard.
Yes, we know.
I'm going to kick you out of the club. I swear to God. This one made me laugh. Absolutely. But ladies and gentlemen, that was Collision. That was Rampage. I don't know if we gave a rating on Rampage. I'm going to go.
Overall rating for the 3 hours of AEW. What do you feel?
Rampage really hurt Collision on this one. And Collision only got a 6. Overall, I'll go 5.5 on the whole deal. On the whole thing.
I'll go 5. I said it right as you said 5.5. I said the 5 piece.
Yeah, I'll take that. That makes sense. And again, it's just it's the way it's booked. It's the order of things. It's again, it feels like an afterthought. And I know a big collection of AEW fans don't even watch Collision and Rampage. Everything that matters to them is Dynamite, and that's on the boss to make us like it all. Sweet.
Isn't it not weird that the people that are like, fucking, if you hate AEW, then you don't know what you're talking about, but we watch more AEW than the diehard AEW fans. So
yeah.
What the fuck?
You're like, you hate the product. You probably don't even watch it. I'm like, I watch 2 shows.
I watch literally every second.
2/3 more than you dumb mother.
Right.
We hit 100 likes.
Wowie. Every time I hear that, that's all I can think of.
Right? Wouldn't it be great if Kenny says that he's 100% healthy and then he quits and he's going to join Cody and Punk? Swerve. Yeah, no, not like
Swerve when I pushed. Yeah, Swerve.
Right. I don't think Kenny's cleared. I think that's part of this is just they're bringing Kenny in for the pop, which is fine. But I don't know that he's cleared. I don't know what the story is, to be honest.
Right. Well, speaking of, I'm taking Mike Perry, but Boston saying, what time is the stream tomorrow? 12:30 Eastern Standard East Coast time. Not standard, but East Coast time.
Eastern Standard Time. We'll accept that.
There we
go. Yeah, we'll be here at lunchtime. So the Bacon Club commences. I guess I'll do it just for fun. I know we're heading out, but one more time. Let's remind everybody tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. Like Nick said. It should be a fun one, and then we are back, like Richard Jr. pointed out, for Monday Night Raw on Monday. So don't miss out on any of it, folks. It's going to be a fun week. We are heading towards Backlash, which will be Brunch and the Boys 11. It's going to be a good one. We're looking forward to it. I'm just trying to find the right overlay so we can get out of here.
No, you're fine. I was going to say, in case you forgot that there was Monday Night Raw on Monday, we will be here live for it on Monday, Richard.
100%. And NXT on Tuesday, Dynamite on
Wednesday.
Coming your way, folks. But night 2 of the draft is coming up, 7 out of 10. MDB giving the applause. Kenny and Jericho reuniting.
We haven't gotten the payoff to the Golden Jets there.
That's true. I'll bring a pound of bacon. I love when you talk dirty. KJ, I don't have no hair. KJ don't have no hair. No. Is that the question? No.
Yeah, blow hair.
to the core. When is Jeff Jarrett Club?
What? That's after Bacon Club. That they have their meeting. They rent out the same YMCA that we do. So they have their meeting right after us.
They actually get in early because they got to get home for Matlock and stuff.
Yeah, into Jeff Jarrett's Anonymous.
Right. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our show tonight, just under 4 hours. We greatly appreciate everybody that was here. If you're watching us live or watching the replay, Go check out all our stuff. Our shorts are on fire right now. Yeah, go check out our shorts, our reels, all across the board: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and of course the Discord. Thank you. Be a friend, tell a friend. We're growing by the minute, folks.
And we ain't no liar, even though our pants and our shorts are on fire. But our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you talk about the wrestling, you better bet that full life with it.
Eat my shorts, Nick. See you on the flip side. Have a good night.